the music is not getting picked up in the background. I am legit so lucky because the stream will get down faster than a lightning bolt. Um, okay, I see it's connected to YouTube. Okay, there we go. There we go. What's up, my dudes, my dudettes, my dudenaries? Welcome to the 100 line stream. Tonight we're just gonna be doing the Bond events. We're not gonna replay the game though. We're not gonna play through the whole game again to do those Bond events. Just letting you guys know. But we are going to be doing we're going to be doing a video, and I do have that link to that video in the description down below of the YouTube. Hello Joshua, hello. So yeah, also heads up, this is probably going to be a shorter stream. I'm hoping to get it done within 2 hours, like shorter than usual basically, especially since like apparently we had a party planned. Luckily I don't know if it's picking up when I'm talking, but like yeah, you can hear some music in the background right now, and that's why, through the walls. So I'm just trying to, like, you know, I want to get this stream done a little bit faster. Like, once again, I didn't know this party was happening. They literally just told me this today, and I, you know, helped set up. Like, I don't know why they don't, like, once again, this is just another thing where it's like, I wish my parents tell me stuff ahead of time. Or like my family tell me stuff ahead of time instead of just dropping in on me on last minute. Because like I could plan around the stuff. I'm fine with planning around it. Around stuff like this. I'm fine planning around it as we, like, you know, once again, visiting a family member who was, like, you know, dealing with cancer. Like, I could plan around it if you guys just let me know ahead of time. And, like, you know, I mean, I probably would have went either way, obviously. But, like, you know, trying to, like, keep a balance between streaming and, like, you know, real life socializing and catching up with family is what I'm trying to say here. Trying to balance those things. Like, I can, like, you know, manage it if you guys just let me know. But when you keep it secret until like the last minute, that's when I get annoyed. But yeah, that's basically what's going to be tonight, just the Bond events. Then, of course, the rest of this week, right. Post-stream, I'm going to try to get the poll done as well. And once again, as I mentioned before, for the poll, I'm going to be putting Class of '09's puzzle game in there. If it gets any votes, or like even if it doesn't win, if it gets any votes, I'm not going to play it, but like I'm going to keep it on the poll. But like, if it doesn't get any votes, then, you know, that means you guys aren't interested in it in Class of '09 anymore. I'm fine with that. And then we can just, like, you know, drop it from the poll and then like replace it with like Amori. Basically, that's the idea. And the poll will close next Thursday, not this upcoming Thursday on the 30th, but next Thursday on August 6th. That's when the poll will close. I still got to prepare that. I forgot because I was busy all day with the preparing for a party and something else that I'm going to update you guys on later. This upcoming week on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a the Amazing Digital Circus stream. I'm going to be doing episodes 5 through 7. Friday, I'm going to do Zenless Zone Zero, I think. Well, either Zenless Zone Zero or I'm going to be hosting Danganronpa 2 with Bray. I'm leaning more towards Zenless Zone Zero right now because I feel like having the theme for this weekend, for this Saturday, being just finishing off Chapter 4 without dipping into Chapter 5 will be fine. And then, of course, next Sunday, we'll be doing the tier list for the 100 line. I just want to let the information of, like, you know, the Bond events settle, because those are technically also kind of a part of the characters. I want to, like, let that settle for a week and then go over the scenarios again this upcoming week, and then, you know, have a bit more of a formulated opinion for next Sunday's stream. Speaking of streaming real quick, I don't know when this will be, but just a quick update. There's a lot of hangout events in Underline, but it would take too long to do. Yeah, I mean, from what I'm seeing here, there's like an hour and a half worth of the video I'm looking at right now of like all the bonding events. I'm gonna try not to pause too much. But like, you know, so we can get this done within like the 2-ish hours. But yeah. What was I gonna say now? Right, about the streaming too, by the way. My brother's gonna be starting up like high school soon, and he's gonna be like, once again, I'm he's gonna be playing games and like for football because he's a football player, and that might take up like Saturday. So like Saturdays might be a bit different from now on. I may not be able to stream then. I may have to like after we're done with the Amazing Digital Circus and like the makeup streams that I told you guys about before. I might have to like move the whatever the Saturday slot is to Wednesday, and then I'm probably gonna have to communicate with Bray to see if he can either join me on Wednesday, Fridays to get Danganronpa done faster, or if like we just keep it on Friday and then that's how we do things. I might be able to squeeze in shorter streams on Saturdays, but it will probably be like how I did it back when I was in college, where it would be if it's like if the stream is early enough, maybe, or if like if it's early enough in the day, maybe, like if his game either I'm gonna do streams in the morning is what I'm trying to say here, or I'm going to like if my brother's games are early enough and then we get back early enough, then I might like squeeze in a shorter stream on a Saturday. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna have to move those to like Wednesday or Tuesday or whatever. Or Tuesday when I have open and don't have like therapy session, or just do it after my therapy session, but like it'd be later. Um, anyways, just wanted to update you guys on that. Also, still trying to hit that Twitch goal of 50 followers and that subscriber goal on YouTube for 500. Once we hit that goal, I'm going to host a stream event where we play either Among Us, Carnage, or Goose Goose Duck together, or Deadly Trick. I got that like in the loop. If you have any other recommendation for free to play or like easy to access type games, I'm thinking that we could all play together for that community gaming event. Let me know in the Discord. And speaking of the Discord, you can access the Discord in the description down below or on my channel page. We're gonna also be using voice chat for that event as well. Just wanted to mention that. Hello, Shishikura. God damn it, when will all those release the official translation for Magical Girl Witch Trials? Oh yeah, well, I guess if you're asking for official translation, it's funny you should mention translation. I don't know if you did actually. You did probably join the Discord. I don't know if you joined the Discord, but I know you did. Um, Let me double check here before I close my Discord again. But like as you guys probably have heard or seen, or if you guys look at my if have been looking at my playtime or whatever for this right now, God, my GPU is on fire. It's probably on fire right now. Hopefully stream doesn't crash because of this. But I'm testing out like different translation apps and stuff. I'm testing out like different translation apps and stuff for translating other games that are in other languages to like English. So either I could play them on stream or play them off stream, that sort of thing, Trying to do that right now. Right now I'm testing out Rune Translate. I'm also comparing and contrasting which tool works better for free, by the way. Right now, what I was gonna say is, I have been testing that out. Been testing out Rune Translate right now. I did get M-Tool working. But like heads up about M-Tool, it uses a hooking program instead of like a, versus like RuneScape where it takes like the old files and then redoes them and like retranslates all the Japanese text into English, for example, before you can export them back out and then test them out that way. I gotta test it out. I see that some of the files have failed. I have been talking to the developer of it as well and getting some advice. So yeah, they're pretty friendly about that, and they've been helping me out a little bit on that. If I could get this working, the thing is, if I could get this working, I'd probably rather use this than use M-Tool, because M-Tool does add a bit to running on the GPU in order to get it working. Because once again, you got to open the M-Tool program, then you got to open the game using that program, and then you got to also and then that's how you get into the game. And then you got to like customize all the text, not all the text, but like customize the font and like what the font size is in order for it to live translate and extract. inject. Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for. Inject the English translation into the game while you're playing it, essentially. And that's how it works. But the thing is about that is that, like, once again, I'm comparing and contrasting free versions and which one is more reliable, which one's more doable, that sort of thing right now. Right now, just so you guys know, Rune Translate is still in, like, beta technically. It's not 1.0 yet. But, like, right now, for, like, mTool, for its free version, you only have access to, like, the experimental translator they have and Bing Translate. So the translation is coherent. It's coherent, but it's not the best. However, on the other hand, Rune Translate has access to more stuff for, like, the free version without API stuff, such as DeepL Classic, of course, and then, of course, Google Translate. I think those are the three that were open when I tested them, at least for free, more open source. But you can also use, like, you could try and figure out how to use, like, other local AI model software instead, where mTool, it's kind of locked into, like, only those options, as well as even if you get the paid subscription for it, you'd only be able to use whatever options they have there. RuneScape allows you to use basically whatever API you may have for other, like, possible translators, like, or I guess ChatGPT translator, whatever, that sort of thing. Or you could use, like, other, like, software like that and try to get it running with, like, Olama or something, like trying to use, like, Translate Gemma. I heard Translate Gemma was good when I, talked to them, because I know that one was pretty decent back when I was in college, and one of my courses was, like, related to AI and getting Olama to work and getting AI models to work, kinda, that sort of thing. I'm a little rusty on that. But also, HY-MT2-7B. Like, once again, is also another good one that they told me about. Gonna be trying to get this working, though. Gonna be trying to get it working off stream, though, and then I'll, like, like, forward this information to you, because, like, right now it is a little bit more difficult, or, like, it takes a lot more steps or a lot more time to get, like, to get Rune Translate working properly, because, like, I'm looking at it right now, and since this morning, I'm only halfway done. I started it, like, this morning, and I still have, like, 5 hours left. Once again, I am using the free version, so I am running it at a reduced speed. But yeah, for, like, a 4 GB game, I'm experimenting with that right now. That's what I'm experimenting with. And even then, there's some failed files I'm seeing. And I don't know if these are important. They mentioned before that sometimes files may fail because, like, sometimes it could be code lines related to, like, returning the same value type stuff, essentially. And, like, I don't know if the game will be able to run properly. I'm gonna test if the game, can run properly, of course. I'm gonna test it if it can. If not, then I have to probably put it back through the translator again, and then, like, export it again, and then see if I can get it working that way. Sometimes it needs to go through more than once for that, apparently. And if that doesn't work, then I could probably just reset everything and then just use, like, once again, Translate Gemma and try to get that connected, It is a very, like, I feel like when compared to mTool, it is a lot more of a step, like, it takes a lot more steps to it. But personally, I think so far, I'm looking at some of the translations. I could see some of the translations here. It feels like, once again, you have better access to, like, the specific, even in the free version, it's more customizable for, like, what types of AIs you can grab, if that makes any sense, for the translator to translate. Like with, once again, DeepL, for example, or, like, using your own API. It's more customizable that way. I do have to experiment with it, though, before I can, like, give more concrete thoughts on it. But yeah, I'm going to be running that in the background, and hopefully the stream doesn't crash. My bad for yapping for so long. My bad. I just wanted to explain that real quick. And explain what I've been doing on my end. While also, like, buying myself some time to connect the window. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah. All right, let me know what the sound mixing is like when we are about to start right now.
One of you has a big
Actually, I want to
bounty on
close
their
this real quick. I can't close Rune Translate because I don't. Once again, free version, it can run in the background, but like, free. No, sorry. A paid version can run in the background or run with the app without apps down. But like, free version, from what I'm aware of, I don't think I can. I don't think I can. I'm gonna double check it right now, actually.
Then allow me to mimic you, Diego. Our motive was a bounty hunt.
Unlocks it full speed and keeps it alive. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah. Once again, yeah.
Wow,
It's not just a, you know, not running at full speed sort of thing. It's also, did I connect it to my microphone? Oh my god.
We had the same motive. Diego, what is your plan here?
Why did it connect to that one? Hold on.
Was also similar.
Wait, hold on. Is JJ and Rumpa playing? Wait, hold on. Why are you playing? No. How long has that been playing in the background and I didn't hear it? My bad. Sorry, I didn't even hear. Is bro spoiling Trial 3? I didn't hear a single word of that because apparently my headset didn't connect. Oops. Hold on, let me see if I can pair my headset again. Apparently it didn't connect. I didn't know that was playing in the background. Yeah, I have the window open, and yes, I do have JJ and Rumpa at the ready for when we eventually do the JJ and Rumpa stream. I do have that at the ready. My bad. But like, did not know that was playing in the background because my headset wasn't working. Let's see, can I hear it? I can't hear anything. You guys could probably hear it though, but okay. Either my headset's busted or like I yapped for so long that it just didn't connect properly. Sorry, hold up. Give me a minute. I'll read that message in a second. Joshua, can you read my last message? If you've already seen maxed out bond events for characters you've picked during my playthrough of the game, am I going to skip them? Sorry, no, I'm not, because I might need a reminder. I would like to get a reminder because some of them I did max out super early on in the game. So yeah, it's probably gonna like take me a hot second. I think it's gonna take. We're gonna go through the whole video. I'm gonna try not to pause that much. Hopefully, if we're lucky, we should be done within 2 hours. Sorry for the yap session at the start. Was just trying to explain to you guys if we start lagging or stream starts lagging or whatever. I want you guys to understand why that is happening because I'm running Rune Translate in the background. I should have done this on a weekday, in all honesty, but like I didn't know it would, first of all, take this long. Second of all, I only got the translator like just last night. I should have done it last night then, huh? Oh well. Okay. Why am I still not hearing anything? What do you mean? It's not connected. What are you talking about? No, I'm not hearing anything. What do you mean? This jackpot needs a crash course. Oh, right. Jackpot. I forgot. I need to add that one to the list. Hold on. Let me see if I'm going to have to reset my headset, actually. Hold on. Why are you off? Why are you off? Turn on.
Okay.
Nope. I'm still not hearing anything. All right. Oh my god. Are you serious? All right. Hold on, chat. Last night, this worked. I know you worked last night. I don't know why. I don't know why this isn't working. Oh yeah, it is. Jackpot is also a Hikari. It's a JJK reference. All right. Are we gonna hear it now? All right, I hear it now. There we go. Sorry, chat. Took me a minute. Took me a minute. We got it working. Hooray. Now we can start. Actually, can I close this? I don't want to have too much stuff open in the background. All right, let's go.
Okay, Takumi.
Okay, we might have already done Darumi's, actually.
You want me to recommend my favorite killing games to you, right?
Yep.
Amateurs always expect to be spoon-fed information without putting in the work. I've had to show
Average Danganronpa fan. Actually, average Deadly Game fan, in all honesty.
to find rare gems worth playing, you know?
You know, there's probably a lot of, like, Japanese games that I could play now that are part of the Deadly Game genre, huh? There's probably lots of them.
Killing game genres overrun with stale copycats and rip-offs. So many of them are more like a checklist of tropes than anything original. I can't
Oh, Jackpot Crash Course has a Red Rage Raider character? Alright, we might add that one to the list. I gotta, you know what, I gotta remember to do that
talk to
post-stream.
anyone who hasn't plunged into that cesspool of despair and tasted the indignity themselves. So anyway,
Yeah,
my
I get that
favorite
feeling.
killing game, right? I'm in the midst of making it right now. You'll just
God, this is so surreal,
I'm
actually,
gonna
doing
pull
this
all these
again.
ideas floating around in my head together into the magnum opus of all magnum opuses.
I saw IDK, Tetra Danganronpa be like, no.
Each other while dungeon crawling, an escape room with gambling elements offering great cash rewards.
I would play that.
Am I brilliant or what?
I would play that. Even if it sounds chaotic, I would play that. Foreshadowing for Kodaka's next Death Game story?
Do you study a lot, Takumi? I don't. It totally bores me.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, since Kodaka and Uchikoshi kind of headed the game, spearheaded it, well, I think Kodaka might have had a bit more of a hand in it. I could be wrong, but, like, it felt like to me that it felt like Kodaka was, like, throwing stuff at the wall, like, oh, I want this game to be this, and this, and then, like, Uchikoshi was just staring at him like, I don't know why I'm looking this way, like the camera's here, staring at him like, and then, like, grabs a marker, goes to the nearest whiteboard, draws it out, like, draws out, like, the flowchart, and it closes it, and then uses the marker as, like, a pointer, and then taps the board, like, I don't think my mic picked that up, but, like, and is like, you want it to look like this? Like, I'm pretty sure that was, like, what it was in the interview or something.
It's not like my parents have.
And
any
then Kodaka just said
expectations
yes.
for me either. Oh, I'm not saying it's pointless to study or anything, okay?
God, I want to, yeah, I still, Distrust does sound like an interesting premise as well. I do kind of wish that we could get, like, a Distrust type game.
Don't want to end up too smart. Smart people have more things to worry about after all. Also, I don't dig the competitive spirit it promotes. Why do other people seem to like it so much? Trying to one-up one another when we're not even playing a killing game is just stupid. You can count me out. I'm feeling stupid for even talking about it. Regular society and everyday life are pure trash.
Yeah, I kind of feel that a little bit too. Oh, right, here we go. This one again. Oh, no. Not this one.
My parents are good-for-nothing loafers, so I have to earn my own living. Doing what? I don't feel like talking about it. Just makes me remember how gross some clients can be.
Right,
get
this.
your mind out of the gutter. It's not as bad as you think. Just a little bit. Somewhat. Sometimes I have to put on glitter makeup for work, and it's like, yikes! That's why I do my makeup the way I like it on normal days, and wear the clothes I like. I can't get into the right mood.
Just let her
otherwise.
have her thing,
Just
dude.
trying to live life is already tough enough. What, do you think I look like a clown? I'm not offended. You think what you want, and I dress how I like. Besides, everyone needs a clown in their life to make them feel better. Even someone like me has a place in the world.
God, Retsnom did so much for Darumi's character, not gonna lie.
I'm in despair!
Despair?
I was born in the wrong generation! I'm talking about adult games.
Oh, right, that. Okay, here we go
Back in the
again.
day, they were so brutal. Even those
Right,
who loved
this
the
one.
hardcore stuff would be put off. But games like that have been discontinued and delisted, so you can't play them anymore.
Yeah.
Views people who love arrow gaze as loose cannons who can't wait to try those same things out in real life. We're so misunderstood. All I want to do is see pretty girls cry and put my character through a meat grinder.
My God.
Believe it or not, some of these games even have fascinating stories and world settings. The larger the crime and the cost.
I feel like the
stronger
closest modern, it's not technically an eroge. Not technically an eroge, but I feel like the closest thing we have to like a modern version of this type of game, I guess, in modern day would be Fear and Hunger, yeah? Has Dorami's references to killing games bore you so much that you wanted to stop? Where you wanted to stop? I thought it would, believe it or not, Joshua. At first, I thought it would. Sorry, I saw the chatter right above you. I thought it would, but weirdly enough, there's a lot more to her character than just that. Specifically, even though it sometimes loops back to that, there's a lot more to her character. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just biased because Retsnam did so much for her character for me, but like even in these like free time events, only like 2 of them have really talked about killing games, really. And the second one we're stretching a lot with this event. Anyways, what I was saying before, Fear and Hunger is probably the closest equivalent you can get to this, but it's not like an eroge or an H game. I'm pretty sure. I don't think so. Not really, but like, you know, it's gruesome, I suppose. Discontinued delisted adult game, so like Minecraft Story, says Shishikura. God. Wait, hold on. Wasn't Minecraft Story Mode playable on Netflix for a while? I think I wanted to do a stream of Minecraft Story Mode, but I needed access to like my laptop, but then I forgot about doing it. So I didn't do it.
That's what the vice-amply rewarded thought process of sadism is all about too. Want to step over into that world with me, Takumi? Let's dig out that brutal X-rated entertainment together. We'll explore a world dominated by as-yet unknown pleasures.
Okay, until it got taken off of Netflix, yeah. Let me go back up. So what's the definition of the word antag slop? I don't know, just like an antagonist for the sake of having an antagonist, a reductive, like an antagonist like who's like super one-dimensional and has no purpose or doesn't connect to the story at all. Like, I don't know. Anyways, going back up to what I'm trying to say with Chishikura, you just pirated it. Well, personally for me, I don't pirate any of my games. I mean, unless the company deserves it, or if it's 2Beast or not 2Beast. Otherwise, I don't pirate any of my games. I support the official release, thank you very much. unless the creator is a very, very bad person, in which case I will pirate it, like how I have been with the Harry Potter movies. But like, or like, you know, if it's like, once again, 2Beast or not 2Beast, I would pirate it. But like, if it's nothing like that, then I would support the creators. Like, you know, once again, they put a lot of hard work into it. I mean, unless it's like one of those companies that, like, you know, is like just recycling, being reductive, not like having any creativity for the game whatsoever. Like, even with 100 line, I feel like there's a lot of creativity and uniqueness to it, even though it's like borderline incoherent sometimes. But like, you know, I had a fun time with this game, and I paid like full price for this game, and I feel like I got a lot of content out of it. 64 streams is insane. Going on 65, I think. I tried to support. I also tried to support. If I can't like, what was I gonna say? Okay, here's the thing. If I can't access it and I'm forced to pirate it, then I'll try to find another way to support the medium, like buying the merchandise or something to make up for it. Like how I sometimes pirate anime. What does pirating mean? All right, it's like when you illegally get a copy of something, like basically illegally, like someone illegally copying or using or like sharing things that belong to someone else without like permission. Like when I say pirating, there's digital piracy, which is like downloading or sharing movies off the internet, that sort of thing, without paying or getting permission. And then there's also software, which you could do basically the same thing with, like, you know, computer software, apps. Once again, kind of loops back to games and stuff. And then, like, I mean, of course, there's like also the yo ho ho Pirates of Maritime, like over the sea, 7 seas. Just so you know, Do not do this. Do not pirate, all right? Do not pirate. And when I said I pirated stuff, I was joking. That was all a bit. That was all a bit. That was all a bit. Okay, like I was just doing it. It was all set up for the yo ho ho, for the yo ho ho Pirates of the Caribbean joke. God, how funny would it be if you pirate the Pirates of the Caribbean movies? But yeah, don't do that. Do not do that, because like once again, it makes the like creators, it stops the creators and like companies from making money from the work, of course, and it's illegal because it breaks copyright laws and intellectual property rules, that sort of thing. And then of course there's like the safety risks sometimes, because you know there could be viruses or malware if you get it from some sus dude, right? Do you get arrested if you pirate media? It is illegal, so yeah. I think it's worse in like other places. I would like to think that like the US has bigger issues to deal with than dealing with people who pirate stuff, but like, you know us, we're stupid. It's only illegal if you get caught. It's only illegal. That is true. It's only illegal if you get caught. By the way, like I said before, I don't pirate anything, all right? I'm not saying to pirate anything at all. That was all a bit. It was all a joke for a yo ho ho Pirates of the Caribbean joke, all right? It was all a bit for that.
Hard to protect the ones you love. I don't even know what I'm living for in the first place. I stay with a dad who doesn't work and annoys the heck out of me. He used to be nice until Mom left.
Oh right,
That's
this
when he
one.
stopped working. Mom ran away with a younger man she met at her workplace. Gross! I hope they all die in a fire.
Is that a Living Tombstone
I
reference?
actually want them to die. I wouldn't mind dying myself, though. Does that mean I love them? I'm too stupid to figure that out. Wow, I've never told anyone about this except you, Takumi. Why is it so easy to spill my guts to you?
Is this the last
Anyway,
event? This should be. Yeah, it is.
thanks. I feel like I can keep going because of you.
Okay, this was a sweet one. Alright, Ito. Yes! The best one. Alright.
I'm so happy.
God,
can
I
talk to
forget
you like
his
this,
room is
Takumi.
just the white room.
What shall we talk about? Someone important to me?
God, no wonder why he's insane. Look
No
at the
one
room they
human,
put him
that's
in.
For sure. I'm so sickened by those who get close to me that I end up killing them. That's what happened to my parents and so-called friends who tried to be nice to me. I covered my tracks very well, of course. In fact, people saw me as a tragic victim.
I'm pretty sure Love Exalt also does the same thing, by the way, Shishikura. Just so you know. I do think Love Exalt does the same thing. Although I'm not as big of a fan of Love Exalt. Is there a demo actually for Jackpot CC? I might do like a stream of that just for like a demo real quick. I mean, I guess technically 1/3 of the chapters being free, you know, kind of explains that one. God, there's also another one I'm supposed to be playing, another game I was supposed to be playing as well. What was it called again? That my friend recommended me that combines Ace Attorney, Danganronpa, and something, and Your Turn to Die and something else. What was it called? No, they explained it like that, but it's not actually that. What was it? I forgot. Yuri Lawyers is what they also described it as. I don't remember.
Sorry. I can't stand looking at your ugly mug and breathing in your odious
Yep, that's
scent
my
any
Ito.
longer. Let's stop
That's
here
my
for today,
Pookie.
shall we?
I like how all the Bond events are fully voiced as well.
Takumi, as much as your attention brings me delight, perhaps you should think about using your free time to study instead? Not the type of studying you do in school, of course. I'm talking about understanding your fellow humans better. Maybe you can find something in the library here. A legendary black book that portrays the dark side of human history, perhaps.
Actually, let me pause real quick. Oh, do you mean the Epstein files? Anyways, you know what? Let's pause, because now this is going to bother me, and I would like to recommend it to you, actually. Let me just do that real quick. I think I have it saved. I have the demo saved on the here. Chapter 0. All right, Of the Devil. That's what it was. Of the Devil. That's what it was. Let me show you real quick. It's this one. Of the Devil. That's what it was called. That was what it was described to me as. Let's look at the store page. In my ADHD be like, of the devil, immerse yourself in neon smoke and high-stakes legal gambles as a defense attorney with uniquely killer insights in this episodic, diabolic, stylish visual novel adventure game. Right. It's this one. Once again, it looks really neat and really fun. I do want to... God, why do each the chapters cost like $10? Why can't it be like Kumitante where they just sell the whole thing at once? Or like, you know, have it be incrementally cost less or whatever. But whatever, you could play chapter 0, I think, for free. Episode 0 for free. Free to play, entirely fresh style prologue chapter. The year is 2026. Okay, it's a cyberpunk kind of game. I am fast traveling through this. But yeah, let's just continue. Sorry, this is off topic. This is off topic as hell. I'm gonna just talk about this when it's its own stream. My bad, y'all. My bad. Let's continue. Anyways, the Epstein files.
Something containing graphic details about the most depraved crimes of human society.
Yeah, the Epstein files.
Mankind in all its ugliness. Once you find something like that, you'll be forced to admit the truth. And the truth is, humanity isn't worth protecting. Although in the end, what you choose to do is all up to you. I certainly won't be breathing down your neck about it.
All right, Righteous Eyes again. I forgot. Did he have one for like the scenario 2?
Having my righteous eyes exposed.
I think he did.
My future plans are completely shot now. I was studying so hard to be a politician too. I was going to massacre all the ugly humans after climbing to a top post in the Tokyo residential complex.
Here we go.
I was chosen by these righteous eyes. So I have to do the right thing. You know who to look for if you ever change your mind and decide to destroy humanity instead of
in the context of the story, especially in second scenario, when you realize that the humans are colonizers and basically are kind of the reason why the Phatorans' world is kind of messed up now, and why they had to sink into, like, you know, they started the whole thing. I know the Phatorans escalated it a bit, and they went pretty far with their own human experimentations, or Phatoran experimentations, like with, obviously, the battle monster things, but, like, humanity kind of started all of it, so, like, Ito is kind of right. He kind of spin.
I'll be glad to lend you a hand. I'll even put up with your unsightly presence so we can do it together.
Mankind and nature.
I'm not trying to complain about you letting me live, but life in this place is just so boring. Can't you at least bring me a book or two from the library? Preferably something about Earth's beautiful nature. Ugly humans destroyed most of the books on that subject. Simply because they're not interested in anything outside of their precious complex. But
I mean, there was technically Nozomi.
We can read about it together. A mere glimpse of the planet's natural beauty on a printed page would be enough to purify your heart. Then you'd be filled with consuming anger for the pernicious race.
Oh my god, dude.
Just like
it always loops back to hating humans.
Friendly reading session, Takumi. You never know what effect the right book may have on your life.
But it is kind of interesting to see that he does, once again, still care about nature and life in general, just doesn't care about humans.
I'm honestly surprised I can speak to another person like this. I've lived with this cognitive disorder for as long as I can remember. My parents even hospitalized me to keep me at arm's length.
Yeah, there was also this as well. Is that technically neglectful?
Shared her recommendations with me. She looked vile and reeked like a corpse, but
okay, well this one's kind of irredeemable actually. Never mind.
The longer I stayed in the hospital, the more determined I became to wipe out mankind. Say, Takumi, did you ever hear about a hospital that exploded and had a single child as its sole survivor? That was me. My first time killing other humans.
An entire hospital?
Of exterminating.
Does Ito's dialogue creep me out sometimes? Not really. No, not really. Not really. It's kind of entertaining to see him be this much of a hater, actually.
The human race yet. I'll never give up. It's my reason for living. In that sense, you could say the ugly humans I despise so much are also what's most important to me.
It's interesting to see Ito as a character, especially when you analyze him from, like, you know, other, like, angles, like from other routes, like the multiple Itos route, or like goodbye Ito route especially, but also like what he probably was supposed to end up as in the second scenario's second ending, where he loves humanity instead of hates it so much.
Me, Takumi. I've never bared my soul to anyone like this before.
Is he
You
more
are
entertaining
so
than Nagato from
hideously
Danganronpa
interesting.
2? Kinda. Kinda, actually, but I don't know if it's just because I've had more time with Ito than Nagito, if I'm being honest with you, which is insane to say as a Danganronpa fan, getting into, like, because once again, even with Danganronpa, I'm probably only gonna have, like, I'm probably only gonna hit, like, 100 hours, technically, on Danganronpa, even though it's, like, 50 hours on my, Steam right now, I think. This is technically my third time replaying Danganronpa. I mean, maybe the anime. I don't know. I'm not a fan of how the anime portrayed a lot of things. But like, despite me technically having more time with Nagato or Nagato being my first, I feel like I've been having a lot more fun with Ito because we actually get to, like, once again, we do get the pro tag swap with the goodbye Ito route, but we actually have the chance to explore his character a bit more than with Nagato and how he feels about the rest of the cast a lot more, and like his thoughts on them a lot more, rather than just being tossed into like the middle of like a investigation and then going through going through it through Nagato's perspective, which it was interesting to see his perspective on how he handles investigations and stuff, but like still.
I'm still in disbelief. All these memories of mine were just made up?
Yep, here we go.
Humanity would stoop to such levels to force us to fight.
Yeah?
This proves their ugliness beyond any shadow of a doubt. I'm no
Uh-huh.
longer interested in recalling the past. The only good memories I have are of my time.
They should have
here
used
with all
his
of you.
shades. I wish they used the shade sprites for
Even
this
if I
one.
spent most of my time in a cage or outside the academy, it was still a good time. Well then, I shouldn't be wasting my energy thinking about those ugly humans I've never actually met. I'm done with that. Someone like me has no right to criticize.
So sad. Oh, Ava's next? Oh no. This is gonna make me uncomfy.
Mr. Samino, I would like to repay your kindness.
Right, she doesn't have a room. It's just here. We're just here. She doesn't have a room. My god.
Please tell me if there is anything you need done. You saved me, an enemy, from the special defense unit, and even let me join the team.
Did
Please
we?
do not stand on ceremony. Give me your order, and it shall be done. If you wish for my devotion, you shall have it. If you wish to inflict pain on me,
Oh boy.
I am at your disposal. That is my purpose.
This is gonna be a rough one to sit through, methinks.
Is there anything you would like me to do? I only wish to serve. I can help with any task you may want to complete. I've helped
Oh
Miss
my
Kodaka
god,
with
okay.
machines before. It
Yep.
surprised me that I could do what she asked. Perhaps it was just muscle memory.
Muscle
I have
memory
also been
or
helping some of the
okay.
others out
Did we
when they
inject that
asked
into
for
you?
it. Sometimes after dark.
Oh
Did I
no.
help? I'm sorry, but I cannot say. I was ordered to keep it a secret.
Gaku,
I'm
what the
just glad to be useful. As your possession,
could be Darumi as
it
well.
is only right that everyone makes use of me.
Okay, it's just gonna be this the whole time? Memories as a commander. Oh boy.
Are you wondering if I still have memories of my time as a commander? I truly had no idea.
IDK, saved is a strong word. We're calling this saved? We're calling putting someone through, like, electrotherapy and rewriting their entire personality saved. Alright.
I used to be your enemy. I do remember some other things, though.
Oh
like
boy.
how I used to be known as the Paragon of Nature. A title bestowed upon me by God himself.
What
I
is
was
God?
born with the ability to do
No?
battle.
Okay.
People like me are given a divine title. To unleash
Right.
our abilities, we must transform into our battle form. It makes us one with God. I fought against the SDU using that power, did I not? But
Joshua says, if these Ava Bond events were from the unbrainwashed version, it wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, it'd be actually interesting to get to know her character instead of like, I mean, I guess we get hints and tidbits of it, but then also kind of like, once again, like, what's the word I'm trying to say here? Like, what's the word? Like screws in, I don't know what the right phrase is, but like kind of just nails in like, you know, how fucked up the humans are and how fucked up this war is for us to do this to someone, you know, like literally brainwashing and like, you know, putting someone through electrotherapy in order to make them your subservient puppet for something like this, for war.
I never wanted to fight. I never... My head... I'm sorry. I always get terrible headaches whenever I try to remember the past. Please, excuse me.
That is just normal war? Yeah, war is bad. I know. It's not it's a pretty obvious thing. Mental anguish. Oh god.
My head feels strange today. Or should I say, certain images keep drifting into it.
Oh boy.
Could these be memories? I keep seeing my parents. They died in the war.
Oh boy, yep.
And I were raised by our relatives, who were devout worshippers.
Oh yeah, I heard this from the Veshness route, right?
My powers, always telling me I was destined to protect the planet.
They're probably dead.
I never asked to be born with this power, or to be drafted into the war. I hated war and fighting to my very core. But because I was chosen to carry this power, because I was forced to join the war,
Oh boy.
Sorry, my head. I'm afraid. I must stop here.
God, you see, Ava, when you get little bits of like the real Ava slipping out, it is interesting because like she is once again someone who has the power to like fight in this war, but like she didn't want to fight in the war. Like she had this power bestowed to her by God, like, you know, from her people to be like this kind of like weapon for like warfare or like for battle, like a symbol of peace, but she never wanted that. It's so interesting to see.
My head. Oh, my head. I feel like,
Oh yeah, right. And you know, once again, paying it forward. This is if they don't talk about commune in this one. I'm just gonna let this one play out. Actually,
I may be remembering something.
I'll probably have a lot more to say for ones we haven't done before on stream. If I'm being completely honest with you.
Oh, that's commune.
Oh, she remembers commune on the last one.
I promised to raise her as my own.
Oh
Since
boy.
her parents were executed by my sister. I
Oh
wanted her to
god.
be happy. That is what I have to keep living for. Even if
Yeah.
I must be enslaved, imprisoned, used like an object. I'll do it all so long as I can return to commune someday. I want to go back.
Oh
To my
god.
daughter. Please. Don't kill me.
God, it kind of hurts to hear this, especially looking at second scenario.
Sorry. What was I doing again? Oh yes.
Oh
I
boy.
must continue to make myself useful. Mr. Summoner, do not hesitate to let me know if you have any instructions for me. I will do all that I can to help you wipe out everyone on this planet. Your wish is my command.
Oh my god. Okay, that was a good event, actually. It is fucked up, but this was a good event. Holy shit. Shishikura, please, don't kill me. No. Now I'm imagining that scene with the freaking meme. No. But that's such a good one, actually. Once again, she's also kind of paying back, like, you know, paying the kindness that other relatives, you know, gave her and her sister forward by taking care of Commune, which I'm pretty sure Commune was is technically her niece, right? And she took her in, if I'm remembering correctly. But also she's like, you know, once again, someone who doesn't want to fight in the war, someone who does still have that, like, need to both, like, be, like, motherly and protecting and caring and nurturing. like that sort of thing as well. Someone who just wanted to live that type of life and like, you know, live with her like now kind of surrogate daughter. And that's why she lets all, like, once again, she surrenders to like the SDU and even allows herself to be brainwashed. Because like, once again, we see her like nearly break out of that brainwashing as well. And that like that nearly broke her out. And in one of the endings in the SF route where we let the world die, she actually breaks out of her brainwashing and swears to kill all humans, which is, you know, fair, justified crash out. Like, once again, shows once again her like there's a character that Ava has that's just being ruined and buried by the fucking lobotomy. I would say Ava Root, in all honesty, I'm just gonna say this. Ava Root sucks. It kind of does. It's the only time we could commune in Ava to like, you know, communicate and see how their relationship is like. But I just feel like it's not enough, and it kind of makes Ava seem like, you know, a bad mom. Because they kind of like treat Ava as like, you know, Takumi's love interest. Shishikura says they're making personality quiz test and some questions use tetro terms and scenarios. Oh, great. And IDK says Vaughn taking notes out of this one. No. Gaku, here we go. Ultimate part-time worker.
When are we gonna get to leave this place? It's messing up my part-time job schedule.
Immediately following Ava.
Filled to the brim with
what did you do to her?
I like working though, so it's fine. It's super
Do you?
tiring, but I'd rather be at work than back home in my cramped, noisy house. All that work's how I learned to cook, too. And I learned how to DJ on the job. Manual labor pays the most, but I'm not good at that kind of stuff.
Clearly.
I have a feeling I'll be running my own store sometime in the future, sooner or later.
He's a part-time worker.
Be a regular when I do. Buy lots of stuff from me, okay?
You see, if it's like this is like an okay event. Please don't get pervy. At least let me complain. Is the next one?
Takumi?
Oh yeah, I forgot. This is how he lives. I forgot. Damn, bitch, you live like this?
I bet you've been talking behind my back. Okay, maybe not talking, but definitely
okay.
Thinking, right? About being selfish and always complaining. I know I have bad traits, but I figure I have a right to complain too.
Just keep them to yourself, man.
Me. I was raised in an impoverished group home and had to put my wants and needs aside to look after my younger siblings.
Oh boy. Okay, I could see why people would like Gaku for this.
Grumbling changes anything.
I could see why. I can understand why people would like Gaku a little bit. Because I am understanding where he's coming from, or at least understanding his character a lot more. Not like I have been in the same situation necessarily, but like I can understand why he's like this. But my god, is he unpleasant most of the time.
So what's wrong with saying selfish stuff once in a while? I've always been holding myself
But
back.
all the time.
At least let me vent and grumble a little now. You know what? All this bad luck is gonna turn around and become good luck one day.
The Nagato mentality.
It wouldn't be fair otherwise. Just completely
remixes of previous characters we've seen before.
I know it will.
Looks at the second scenario. Surgery fundraising. What does that even mean?
Hey,
oh wait,
Takumi,
hold on.
Serious talk. Serious money talk. Do you want to donate some to me, like a crowdfunding kind of deal?
Why?
I know what you're thinking, but just let me finish. I have a good reason for this. One of my younger sisters is sick and needs surgery to recover.
Oh boy.
With medicine?
Well, the good thing your sister isn't real because it's all fake memories because we're all homunculi. But okay, you see shit like this. If we get this
expensive, and I need as much.
Shishikura, surgery fundraiser. Hey Gaku, have you ever heard of Yuki Gaisen? Oh my god, you're right.
Money as I can find. I don't care if I get called a money grubber. I just want to see her get better.
That's fair, dude.
I'm asking you to chip in as well. You can give me whatever you like after we leave this war behind. Just so we're extra clear, I'm not making any of this up. I'd never joke about something so important.
You better not be. This better be the truth, because once again, this shows a lot more of a caring side to Gaku, and I do like that. Like, when it's Gaku doing stuff like this, or like setting up parties and cooking for everyone, like, it's really nice. Or like having that genuine moment in, like, you know, Box of, like, Blessings Route, that was also really nice, seeing a bit of his insecurities and him wanting to become a better person. I do like it when it's like that, but when he starts acting like a fucking piss baby pervert, that's when it starts pissing me off. Joshua, bro, I wish Gaku was like this the whole game. I would look, I'm fine with him complaining. Dude, I wish he was like this for most of the game. I don't mind if he's like occasionally a pervert or like occasionally, like, I don't know, complaining about shit. I don't mind that. Or like if it's like that to, like, you know, the start of his arc before like an arc changes him into something more and more like this, I wouldn't mind it as much. It's just that the bad outweighs the good of him. That's the thing. I want the good for like a character we're supposed to like, or someone who's part of the main cast, or someone who's like this, something like this. I mean, unless your character is meant to be someone you're supposed to hate, then yeah, have the bad outweigh the good. I suppose, or at least make them charismatic so they're entertaining to watch, something like that, whatever. But like when it's a character you're supposed to like or relate to, or something like this, you gotta have the good outweigh the bad, you know, or at least if the bad outweighs the good, you gotta like. There has to be a tipping point for like an arc for them to get better, unless we're trying to do a downfall arc where we see them suffer and die and then cheer. Like, dude. IDK, oh, but no, JSD doesn't see a single mistake in a sweet baby boy Ato. Do I need to explain to you what the humans did in this story? First of all, they destroyed their own planet, and they're trying to essentially terraform and nuke and make an entire species of sentient beings. Like, you know, just wiping them off of their planet and take it over. They're trying to colonize. You're defending colonizers, IDK.
Your clothes are real nice, Takumi.
Colonizers who committed war crimes. Shishikura picked up on acting like a piss baby. Yep. My nickname for Shishikura for Tetra Blue was Piss Baby, because Shishi is like what like my grandma calls piss, or like, you know, peeing. And then like once again, I used to call him my albino baby, like I did with Wada before, you know, chapter 3. So then it just turned into Piss Baby.
Everybody here dresses pretty nice. I'm not jealous or anything. It's all just cloth and fabric in the end, right? These clothes of mine, they're hand-me-downs from an older group home kid.
Where did they go?
Our foster mom patched up the holes. It's enough.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather spend whatever little money we have on food and home repairs than new clothes.
Okay, I get it.
I'm not complaining about that, but I do get annoyed when I think of the guy who passed them down to me.
Oh, okay.
He just upped and vanished from the group home the moment he graduated high school.
Ooh, yeah,
Mom
that
and
does
Dad were
hurt.
so worried. And our other siblings were shocked by his sudden disappearance, too. The stingy dude probably just wanted to spend all the money he earned on himself. I'm not gonna be like that. I'd rather have poor-looking clothes than a poor heart. No.
Okay, you know what? That is actually also kind of a sweet moment. Why the fuck is all the good Gaku moments only in this Bond event? They're all encompassed in only his Bond event, and in, like, the game itself, outside of these Bond events, we get, like, crumbs.
Wait, that's taking it a little far. I don't really want to look poor. I don't need people's pity, just their money.
Okay, never mind, I take it back. I take it back immediately. But I kind of get it a little bit. The pendulum swings with this one.
Talk here?
Again.
I keep complaining about how my parents abandoned me, how I hate being poor, and how rotten my luck is.
Among other things, yeah.
In the end, I'm not really unhappy or anything. I still have my family. Even though we're not related by blood and they irritate me to no end, that's why I want them to be happy. Especially my mom and dad. They're way too nice for their own good, always trying to help. Not just us kids, but anyone they can. They end up looking totally exhausted every single day. But unlike me, they never complain about it.
You know, Gaku is such an interesting character when you look at his Bond events. Why is he such a trash fire outside of them, dude? Can we get more of Gaku like this in the game? Like, once again, we got, like, crumbs of it in the fucking, like, box of blessings root, but like it gets ruined in the end with the harem thing.
They could have chosen an easier life, but they didn't. People like that are the ones who truly deserve the best.
Does he
Don't
know,
you
says
think?
IDK, none of his family
Once
is
this
real?
war ends, I'll ask for a huge cash reward and use it to let them have some fun. I'll
That's
be the
actually really
one to
sweet.
break down the unfairness of this world. Okay, that was way too serious. But I don't mind talking about this kind of stuff with you.
Okay, that is also a pretty sweet moment, actually. God, can we get more of those? For their 6 as well. Oh boy, this is the one where we realize they're fake. Yep.
Dad. Mom. My siblings. None of them ever existed.
Yeah, it's Mark over.
What a joke. What was I fighting for all this
That
time?
was the core of what he was fighting for. Sure, money was a plus, but that was only the opener. In the end, he wanted to fight for his family. Like the family that, you know, stayed and remained with him, you know, chose him in a way. With like his foster family, like, you know, his foster parents as well as his foster siblings. Even though they're not related by blood, he genuinely like loved and cared about them. God, I can only imagine what it would be like in that situation to realize that people like that, your loved ones, aren't real.
That also
And it was all part of manipulating you into fighting in a war you never asked for, that you were created for, that you were basically born for, after, you know, becoming like being a, like, you know, a homunculus clone, whatever you want to call it, of like an alien species is like an infant, and you're essentially wiping out, like, once again, you'd be wiping out not only what is essentially like your father in a way, or like your true blood related father, technically, in like the clone of like in the baby, but also like, you know, people who are essentially like your people as well.
never really poor or in debt, right? That's cool, I guess.
Sure, okay.
But I just can't imagine going back
Technically
to
you
our
are
home
poor,
without them
you're
there.
technically are
I'll
poor
use my
though, you got no
reward
money.
to live a happy life. For their sakes as well. I can't die until that happens. Not until I truly know what it means to live in the lap of luxury.
Okay.
We'll do it together. With our friends.
Alright, you know what?
Okay?
Yeah, okay, never mind. That is okay. Once again, I get we'll do it together, kind of fixed it, kind of saved it. I was about to say, I forgot he said that. Leaky face fetish. I forgot he said that, and I'm like, okay, that wasn't so good. But then he said we do it together with our friends, and I'm like, you know what? All right, I'll let you have that one. That was pretty sweet. Would have been sweeter if he said like, or like did something like, maybe there are like kids who are like me back on the Tokyo Residential Complex, and I'll take care of them so they don't end up like me, or like end up like how my memories like thought about it, you know, kind of similar to what Ima and Kako technically did in the Killing Game route. Yeah, the Killing Game route with going back to the Tokyo Residential Complex and saying they wanted to, like, you know, feed the homeless, or like, you know, feed like children who lived on the streets like them. Like, that would have been sweet, but still. Is it actually 17 times that Tay cried for fucking Ika dead? Are you serious? Alright, Hiroko.
Oh, you
Honestly,
want to
Hiroko's
know me
room...
better.
Honestly, I know there's not, like, a lot in Hiroko's room, but personally, I would prefer Hiroko's room over, like, Ito's. I don't think I can be in a blinding white room without going fucking insane.
I suppose I don't mind. I'm just a normal girl.
Sure,
I've
buddy.
always been serious-minded and inconspicuous. The only thing that sets me apart is my grades. Anyone can excel if they study enough. It's easily done in a world that acknowledges a person's
God, studying.
industriousness. But that also meant that I had to suppress my own desires to live up to the expectations of others.
Yeah, this one I get.
Battle
Yep.
liberates me from that suppression. I can express myself fully without holding back.
Right, she's sadistic.
Oh, tearing the invaders apart is so very stimulating. This is the only place that allows me to shine as the person I truly am inside. These battles have set me
Except for
free.
I feel like
no
SFR did a
longer
lot
need
for
to care
Hiroko's
about what
character as well.
others
Not like she
expect of
needed much
me.
done to her character. She was already pretty great. Shishikuro, should I change my legal name to Ikeda Daiki? No, because you'd have to also explain who that is. Toko done good? Are we just doing that? Are we just saying that because of the color scheme?
My
What do you mean?
parents were
Yo,
rather
everybody's here already. Turn it off. Come help load everything. Get up.
Okay. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna pause. Sup chat, I'm back. Yeah, it was kind of garage call. They had me fill up a cooler. Also, I said hi to family real quick as well. I'm hoping I can get this done at least, and then I'll just be able to join the party. I've been trying to get this done fast. Anyways, let's just continue. God, we still have an hour and 10 minutes left.
Average people. Average to the point of tedium. Their hearts of gold compelled them to help others.
A lot of families like this,
Even when
huh?
they couldn't afford it. It honestly irked me for a
This is
time.
like Gaku's, actually.
I secretly
No.
went out and tasted life myself. I experienced all kinds of emotions. Went to all kinds of places.
Dude, just put it on the next day. Family's more important. I know, but my family, I would have put it. Here's the thing. I would have moved this to like Tuesday or something. I would have moved this to Tuesday. I need to do 3 streams this week. I would have moved this to Tuesday, but no one told me we were doing this until today.
Did all kinds of things. Things someone like you would likely find to be too, stimulating.
Right, it's this one
But
again.
it
Yep.
bored me to tears. They felt just like regular things to me. I am eternally grateful that I now know how to fight. It is the most irregular thing in my life. What would
So
I
she's a
have
girl who
become
kind of
had I
craves
not been
chaos,
fighting
maybe?
here?
Well, order and chaos in a way.
Hardly
Trying to find
imagine.
order in chaos. Like,
Probably
she
living a
looks for
regular
challenge.
life like my parents, while always searching for that one irregular thing to give it meaning.
Once again, it's interesting to see, like, it's also interesting to see, like, watching these again, but before and after almost, for, like, you know, whoever characters are still alive by second scenario, of, like, what they're like before they learn the truth, and then after, and seeing how that changes them.
All of you fought the invaders for the first time at this school. I, on the other hand, had been fighting
Right.
them at the Tokyo residential complex before
I guess that was
this.
also foreshadowing in Route Zero of them having, like, implanted different memories. Because once again, if a hospital blew up, I'm sure someone would have mentioned that. But Takumi never heard of it or even mentioned it. Or Nozomi never mentioned it. Well, I guess Nozomi is the real human, so her memories are real. But, like, I mean, Karuwa, I mean, whatever. And then, of course, Hiroko with saying, like, you know, the invaders attack all the time, and yet no one remembers the invaders attacking until, like, right before they came to the school. I guess, technically speaking, that's what the alarms were for their fake memories, so they didn't see it, but Hiroko specifically did.
They sometimes showed up at the complex.
It's also interesting to see, would be interesting to see how they would all interconnect in a way if they did remember each other, but the only 2 people who remember each other before this would technically be Ima and Kako, and that's all they did.
Disguise myself when I fought them so as not to cause a commotion. I simply put on a mask that had been lying around in my room. People thought that I was some kind of mysterious villain, but since my face was concealed, I could exterminate the invaders with a smile on my face. Recently, the neighborhood kids even began cheering me on when they saw me fighting.
Recently, like before we came to the
What a
school?
bother. I can only hope they don't see me as some kind of hero.
You don't really have a family to spend time with. Your family is the massive document with all the Ikeda fanfics combined into one story by DeepSeek. Oh my god. Famous doctor. Right, she did want to be a doctor.
I want to become a doctor in the future. A surgeon.
I am a
confident
surgeon.
I won't make any mistakes. The way I see it, that's the only profession where I can fully utilize my excellence. I'm not interested in making money or saving people, but succeeding in procedures considered to be impossible sounds appealing. I also intend to obtain a veterinary license so I can work on animals as well.
Yes, you should have picked up on that.
Being
Surgeon.
shackled to any one
Yep.
hospital would be dreary.
A freelance
So I work
surgeon.
freelance.
Doing surgery
Come find me
underground.
If you ever get afflicted with an incurable disease.
Underground
I'll test my
surgeries.
skills on you. That would bring me very great pleasure indeed.
You know, hold on, let me pause real quick. I forgot to put on my overcoat. Hold on. Forgot, I'm doing the Takumi bit. Doing the Takumi bit.
Remember my ambition to be a doctor I mentioned before? There's actually something else I want from my future.
Oh, right, the kids.
I want children.
Oh boy, yeah, I
don't
forgot about
dislike
this
them
one.
after
Yeah, here we
all.
go.
And besides, excellent genes like mine deserve to be passed on.
Yeah, here we
Marriage
go.
is not part of the plan. I wouldn't mind having multiple partners. The problem is actually raising the children. I cannot simply entrust them to babysitters all the time. Takumi, you love taking care of people.
Here we go.
If you ever decide being a
Yeah, here we
stay-at-home
go.
parent sounds like something you would want to do. I'd be willing to make you one of my partners.
Here we go, one
But
of.
be
Yep.
aware, it will not be an easy task. I intend to give birth to as many children as possible.
Takumi, pick up on the hints. Alright, this one will be
What an
interesting to see.
abominable truth we've learned.
Yeah?
The regular life I'd come to abhor so much was nothing but a fabrication.
You know, it is kind of interesting to see, the dichotomy, the parallel, or the foil, actually. More of a foil with Hiroko, and, like, once again, even in design, you could kind of see it with the color palettes and stuff between Takumi and Hiroko, but also, in a way, like how they feel about what their life was before. Like, Takumi fighting to go back to that normal life, or missing that normal life, and, even though he felt bored by that life, he still found enjoyment in it and just kind of lived day by day, while Hiroko worked as hard as she possibly could and, hated her normal life and wanted to look for something irregular, which is like, once again, this whole war from her perspective before she learns the truth.
I wanted
We're
a
fighting,
life
like,
that wasn't
or like fighting, basically the invaders, That is interesting. That is interesting to see.
normal, but not like this. Still,
Okay, Shishikura, I wouldn't say all of them are equally awesome. The third cases in some of them, oof.
moping around accomplishes nothing when we have better things to be thinking about. We have our whole lives ahead of us.
Looks at second scenario,
We can do anything and be anyone we want. So, let's all move forward together.
Together. Alright, who's next? Oh, no. It's like we're sandwiching the good ones between the bad ones. Or like the interesting ones between the bad ones. Here we go with Ima again.
I just can't
Oh,
stop
this
thinking
fucking
about
room.
it. Why are my dear sister and I the only middle schoolers?
Oh, right, they are middle schoolers. I forgot about that.
We're absolutely much better people. But I'm curious about why we're the only younger ones. Could it be that we were actually on some sort of reserve list?
That is an
We were suddenly
interesting
picked to fill in for
process to hear.
someone else after some kind of accident?
That is actually interesting to hear them think about stuff like
I
this.
guess you wouldn't understand such a complicated concept, Mr. Samino.
God, he is kind of a stinker.
Please forget what I said, and continue being nice and considerate to your juniors.
I cannot tell if he's trying to manipulate us into feeling bad for him, or was actually trying to be condescending there. I can't tell. Good play, Ima. A smile on my face. I
My
hate
dear
this room
sister
so
and I have
much.
been on our own since we were very young.
I could
After
tell.
our parents died, and our relatives abandoned us.
God, they really did just copy-paste the sprites of Kako and just Photoshop them into each of these pictures.
We had to earn our living any way we could. But there weren't a lot of options for a pair of unskilled miners like us. We ended up
Another
doing a
similarity
bunch
with
of
Gakko as well.
underground stuff. Those guys
Right.
didn't care if we were underage, just so long as
Yeah,
we made
here we
ourselves
go.
useful. You wouldn't believe the things I've done for money. When it comes to protecting my dear sister,
A lot of parallels to
nothing is off
Gaku,
the
actually.
table. I've
You know,
done
I could see why you hate on Gaku a lot. You both have a lot in common.
things that hurt others. Things that hurt myself. But I made sure to always have a smile on my face so my dear sister wouldn't be afraid. And thanks to the nice ladies who've been patronizing me, my income's been a lot more stable these days. Not only that, but I'll be hailed as a hero once this war is over, right? Sounds like my dear sister and I will finally be able to take it easy.
You know, if it weren't for, like, the incest, I'd probably like his character a lot more. If it wasn't for, like, that borderline siscon stuff, I would like his character a lot more, and it'd be genuinely entertaining to hear him talk, and also I'd be able to sympathize with him a lot more, but God, it ruins everything, man. He's giving INTJ God complex, but he's not giving INTJ. Dude, he's giving INTJ sister complex without giving INTJ. Take or be taken. Oh no.
Do you have some time to spare, Mr. Sumino?
Unfortunately.
Then allow me to tell you about the job that's left the deepest impression on me. I was helping a financial firm that gave out black market loans with a ridiculous interest rate of 50% every 10 days.
What?
Needless to mention,
He's a loan shark?
only the truly desperate would ever approach a company like that. Gambling addicts, host club regulars,
Oh boy.
branded goods
Here we
forgers,
go.
and organizers of highly suspicious events. To name but a few, the CEO once said this of black market financing.
Oh
It's
God.
an occupation that puts an end to the life of human trash, who pretend to be decent members of society. I didn't quite understand what he meant, but I agree with the concept that in this world, you either take or be taken.
Either
And
be
I
eaten.
choose to be on the taking side. No one will ever take the people I care about from me again.
Ooh. What? It said something, Kako. What does that mean?
You, I also have someone important whom I wish to protect.
Yeah, I
You
can
don't
give.
have to
I
be
can
a genius
understand.
to figure out I'm
Yeah.
talking about Kako.
I know.
Have you
I've seen your
how
room.
Cute her entire existence
Oh
is?
boy.
From her looks
Great.
to personality, food preferences, and even her guardian spirit. The way she
I
pouts with
hate it
tears in her
here.
eyes after losing a game, to me, is so adorable too.
You know, we were gonna get one event that was like this, weren't we? God. Oh, the less cool Korekio. Okay, you know, I prefer Ima over Korekio, thank you very much.
She licks her ice cream in a balanced way so that nothing
Ew.
dribbles down. Kako
Ew.
was cute in the past, is presently still cute, and will doubtlessly keep being cute in days to come.
Can we get this sprite out my
purpose in
face?
life is
Thank
to
you.
protect her. I'd happily go through any suffering to achieve that. Sometimes I can't help but think about how lucky I am to have a dear sister I can protect with all my might.
Here we
honest,
go.
I've been seeing changes in her lately, and I don't like it. Oh no.
Oh
I
no, here we
misspoke.
go.
Just pretend you never heard anything.
Okay, it's interesting to see how he's taking her maturity, but I do think that, you know, it's handled better in second scenario than in the Bond event,
Mr.
obviously.
Sumino, do you have a moment to talk?
Unfortunately.
Kako and I have been together since we were born, and we vowed to die together as well.
Oh boy.
Recently, though, I've been feeling like we need to revise that vow. Kako is growing as a person, and I know
Okay, I
that's only
see.
going to continue.
All
No
right,
thanks to all your
okay.
bad
Right,
influences,
he's
of course.
letting go.
Give me
Sure.
my lovely dear sister back.
That's
But
a
watching her the
bit,
way
right?
She is now
I can't
has
tell if that
made
was a
me
bit or
realize
not.
Something. I always thought I was trying to protect Kako, when all I was really doing was becoming codependent on her. I
Yeah.
was forcing her to become my purpose for living.
Uh-huh.
What kind of awesome older brother does a thing like that?
You know?
So I've decided.
Okay, I'll say this about Ima. Even though he does have that sister-con thing, sis-con thing, I think he had more development in second scenario, or at least some of the other routes, than Gaku ever had. Like, unironically, I think so. But the syscon bullshit still holds this character back for me, and it's like, it's so bad that I gotta put him under Gaku just for moral purposes. But if it wasn't as bad as it is here, or not in like the game, I swear Ima would probably be either mid or like yeah, it would be above Gaku.
Even if it might take a while.
You see, I would say he would be a good brother, but he is very, very like way too overprotective of her and like way too codependent on her, like as he said before, and even he points it out. But also, you know, the syscon thing makes it gross.
To give Kako more space and do some growing of my own.
Yeah,
I'll
do
never
that,
be
please.
The kind of brother she can be proud of, unless I become a man of many charms in my own right.
God, I wish the game actually explored that, gave us an Ima route.
Oh, but keep this a secret from Kako, all right? I'm only telling you this to harden my resolve.
He does have a lot of smiling sprites too, so it's interesting to see when he doesn't smile.
Not words.
Oh, Claire de Lune plays. Here we go.
Person in my life. So it doesn't matter that my memories were fabricated. Like, I won't tell you guys to keep going.
God, what is happening in chat? Your dad left says IDK, and then Shishuka responds, but that's true.
Nothing's changed, though. This is a big revelation. That you've basically lost all the important people in your lives. Along with the lives you thought you had. I don't know what the right thing to do is. But I'll keep following you guys like I always have. I do take some pride in the fact that I'm friends with all of you, see?
Do you? Oh, that's just how it ends? Alright, I forgot that's how it ends. Alright, Kako. I forgot that was her first one.
Takumi?
Huh.
Do you prefer spicy food?
Okay, this room is actually... Oh, it's about food, right?
Or bitter? Light or thick tasting?
Oh boy.
When they're all mixed together. A marriage of flavors, I think it's called. It's more fun when you can't guess what you'll be tasting and feeling in your next bite.
It's interesting to see what Kako's room looks like too in comparison. Because she does want to be like a detective, and she's also clairvoyant. More than one character trait they gave this character. Which is interesting to see, like, all these books that could be like reading like, you know, murder mysteries and stuff. And then it appears she has like a picture, but I'm gonna pause next time we have the chance. I'm gonna pause in order to see it. That's the whole of Bond event. Okay. Visions. Oh, it's like a crime board. Okay, that's neat. Okay, I love this room, actually. This is so cool. It's like cork boards with, like, who you think the criminal is, like, what the criminal is. Like, there's, like, red lines here. And then here it's, like, you know, suspects with, like, everyone in the cast. And then, okay, that's cool. I like that, actually. That's awesome.
Did you know, Takumi? I'm psychic. You don't believe
No, you
me?
just have good intuition.
I'm not lying.
Here we
I get
go.
visions of the future and everything. The thing is, I can't control when it happens. The accuracy rate is also questionable. My visions don't always come true.
Right, Kako. Joshua says, you're back. Did I cringe in discuss of the Ema Bond events? Yeah, a little bit. Some of them, anyways. At least the fourth one. But, like, I feel like the first three, and even the fifth one, like, the first three felt like I got to know Ima's character a little bit more, and even Kako a little bit, and what they had to go through, even if those memories are fake. But, like, you know, you get the idea. What made them who they are, essentially. And I could see why he would care about his sister so much after losing his parents. Like, that's all the family he has left, his twin sister. But, like, I feel like the syscon stuff is just pushed way too far in the game for me to, you know, be able to like him. Even in that fourth event, it was still a little gross. I feel like the fifth one, though, where, you know, he realizes that he's been codependent on her and overbearing on her, and him choosing to let her go a little bit and let her grow a bit on her own, do her own thing, explore the world a bit more while he figures himself out. I do like that idea of it a lot, and I wish we got to see an Ima route, or see Ima develop without his sister in Murder Mystery, or see how he would have changed, but I guess not.
But they really are visions of possible futures. I promise I'm not making it up. What happens is, I'll suddenly get a vision about a particular person.
Is
I
this someone
see
you
what's
know?
going to happen to them. Like I'm watching a movie on fast forward or it's difficult to
I
explain.
mean, usually she ends up being
I
right.
know you believe me. Don't you?
I mean, you led us to second scenario, so Detective of Justice. All right, here we go. Now we're talking about being a detective.
I want to become a detective someday. They're so cool, right? Solving tricky crimes and nonchalantly exposing the truth behind difficult cases. I want to be a detective of justice. Someone who sides with the weak and disadvantaged. My father was a detective. That
Right?
means
Yeah,
I
we
have an
mentioned that one
affinity for
before,
it,
right?
too.
Okay.
I also enjoy reading mystery novels.
Mystery
And I'm
novels
sure-
and like actual crime cases aren't always one to one. I mean, mystery novels do like, you know, take inspiration from real crime cases, obviously. I feel like real crime cases are more messy than crime novels. Like crime novels are meant to be like puzzle pieces, you know, and you're supposed to piece them together a lot more. But I feel like in real life, crime is a lot more messy.
My future sight
Isn't
would
that
be
also the
useful for
police?
detective work.
Technically, but like it's more
there's
for solving
actually another
solving crimes rather than
reason.
like, you know, arresting
Oh,
people
never
and keeping
mind.
the peace.
It's nothing. Forget I mentioned it.
Oh yeah, because you guys live underground. Well, not literally underground, but like in a criminal underground.
Oh, Takumi? I want to tell you what I held back from saying the other day. About the other reason I want to become a detective.
To
It's
figure out who killed your
related to the
parents?
traffic accident
Or that,
took
yeah,
my
alright.
parents' lives.
Very
My
Akane
father was an
Kuroshiki.
impartial detective who would help the disadvantaged. But that made him a lot of enemies. I
Right.
saw my first future vision a couple of days before the accident. A vision of my parents being killed by someone.
Oh boy.
At that time, I thought
Was
I
it in a
just
car?
having a nightmare. So all I did was cry and cry without telling
Oh, so you want to
anyone
make up
about
for it. Alright, that's kind of
I've
interesting.
always regretted that. I want to become a detective and find out the truth about my parents' deaths. To put right what I couldn't before.
Interesting how they made both those traits
Please
actually
keep
connect with her
this a
character.
secret from my dear brother. He would definitely oppose if he knew.
Plot twist, the brother
He
killed
thinks of
them?
himself as my assistant.
Oh
But
boy.
I don't really want his
Because you want to
assistance
stand
for
on your
this
own, right?
particular case.
Because that's where your arc
Anyway,
also went?
Please don't ever let him know. I trust you, Takumi.
Growing away from him. Okay, yeah, it's gonna just be a parallel of Ima's, isn't it?
My dear brother and I are always together.
Both of them growing
So
less
I'm happy to
codependent
be
on
able
each
to
other.
talk to
Like, they
somebody
do
else
care
for-
about each other and they both love each other, obviously. It's shown in the game as well a lot that, like, once again, they would go fight tooth and nail for each other. And they do genuinely, like, love and care for each other. And, like, I feel like they do have good synergy even in gameplay as well, especially for the Ava boss. But, like, I do feel like, you know, once again, it's interesting to see them, like, noticing how codependent they are and wanting to grow. You know, I don't want to say apart from each other necessarily, but, like, both of them trying to, like, go on their own paths, become their own people, while still appreciating each other's company and still loving each other. Like, you don't need to be, like, together 24/7 in order to, like, you know, have that bond with someone. And I do think that's also
For a
really nice.
change, Ima is so overprotective. I think that makes it hard for other people to approach me. He's probably like this because of how our relatives deceived us in the past. Working in the black market has also exposed him to the worst
Right.
parts of human nature.
Yep.
I know he wants to protect me, but
Ultimate broker
that's
Ima.
exactly why I have to become someone capable of standing on my own 2 feet. My dear brother is intelligent and does everything so well. The exact opposite of me.
I mean,
But
I
I'm
feel
not
like,
going to give up.
not really. Not really. I mean, I feel like you both have your strengths.
I'll keep growing. Unless I can strike out on my own, my dear brother will never be able to live his own life. I want him to pursue happiness in his own way. But I'd be too embarrassed to tell him all this to his face. Thank you for listening to me, Takumi.
You should probably tell him.
Please keep what I just said a secret, okay?
Oh boy,
Easy,
them keeping
Takumi.
secrets from each other
I'll
too.
make good on my determination.
Alright, and then the next one should be when they realize their whole past is a lie, right? Which I guess would make sense, meaning she doesn't have to solve the mystery of her parents because they never existed.
Everything I thought I went through was a lie. Both the good and the bad.
Actually, let me pause real quick. My mic is on, right? And it hasn't been on. Okay, yeah. I would have lost my mind if it was.
You're all here with me. My friends that I made here. You're all my first friends. You're as precious to me as Ima is. So
I mean, we're
want to
technically
protect
siblings,
you,
but alright.
At the very least, no matter what everyone decides to do, I'll support you. Until the very bitter end, I'll stand by you. Because I love all of you.
That is actually really sweet. Considering that's like the second scenario one. Alright, great. The Usuzukis. Is it? Okay, mask on. You know, it doesn't surprise me her room looks like this, yeah?
Filthy. I hear your bathrooms are actually attached to the house you live in.
Oh,
My
okay.
laboratory
Yours
is
isn't?
contained in its own building. Sleeping and eating in the same house as a toilet is inconceivable. You
Sure,
clip
buddy.
your own nails and clean your ears because you don't have servants to do it for you? How
Oh, boy.
dangerous. And
Yeah.
what's all this about not having a bottomless swamp to swallow up your larger trash items?
What are you talking
How do you
about?
even live like that? And
What are you
no
talking about?
security at all?
Okay, fair enough.
The
Oh, boy.
Osuzukis have our own private army. The more I hear about peasant life, the more aware I become of our different stations and responsibilities in life. The
Why did we
Osuzuki
choose to talk to her
family is
again?
what's important to me. It's the only thing worth protecting in this world. Therefore, you are to shield me.
Oh
with
no,
your body and
Kurara,
lead
says
around
Joshua.
this.
Here we go.
Have I made myself abundantly clear?
Okay. Is it gonna get better, or is it just gonna be like this the whole time? Betrayal. Oh, right. Yeah, she hates betrayal and lies. Right. That was also part of her character.
I can see your ulterior motive in talking to me. You want to butter me up.
I
And
guess she
learn the
must have been
Osuzuki
betrayed
family
in her
secrets,
fabricated memory
don't you?
past, whatever.
That's the only reason why anyone would even think of approaching me. I'm all too familiar with these methods. Maybe I can talk to you just a little. I was given a personal tutor when I was little. I trusted that person with all my heart.
I see.
would
So,
tell my
and they
tutor
betrayed you, right?
everything on my mind. Not as an Osuzuki, just as a regular girl. But that
Oh.
person was a spy who applied for the position specifically to infiltrate the family.
Yeah.
Hid their true identity and told me lie after lie.
I could see why you would hate
Being
that.
betrayed by the person I trusted the most. I could no longer trust secretive people.
Okay, I
hate it when
see.
anyone tries to hide things from me. It's something I just can't forgive. What happened?
I mean, she makes all our weapons. Well, not makes all our weapons. She makes all, like, she usually helps making the traps and, like, the firearm that, like, attacks the Mpreg boss, usually. Also creates, like, sentries and stuff. And, like, those shield buildings, too. She's a little useful, but, like, weapons expert.
To the traitor? Don't know, don't care.
Isn't that also Tsubasa? Tsubasa's more of a mechanic, general mechanic, rather than someone who deals with weapons. This is more specialized. I feel like Tsubasa is a little bit more generalized. Tsubasa doesn't really specialize in making weapons.
Probably swimming with the fishes in our bottomless swamp right now.
Mark of Resolve.
You want to talk to me again? You really love me, don't you?
Oh boy.
Well, I am in a pleasant mood, so I can spare you some
Can we get one with your mask
conversational
off, please?
Yes. It is about time I told you why a noble like me would wear something like this on my head.
Oh boy,
Do you
why the
know
tomato
what the
head?
one thing I hate most in the world is? Tomatoes. Ugh,
Okay,
I've hated them since
then
I was
why
little.
tomato
The
head?
thing I hate the most hardens me.
Okay, fair enough. I see where you get it. Okay, now I get it.
Escape from the weight of the expectations placed on me. By putting my most hated object on my head, I cut myself off from weaknesses and naivete.
Okay, that's an interesting philosophy. But how the fuck did your parents react? Because, like, I know you said before the Usuzukis all wear a mask. React when you said you wanted to put a tomato on your head.
This is a mark of my determination. Not that I expect a peasant like you to understand.
Like, putting yourself through hardship in order to be stronger in the end.
Just too cute for this world. The mask is
I
to
kinda
keep
get.
that fact hidden.
Which ones am I most annoyed by? So far, Kurara's is pretty fucking bad and annoying. But, like, I feel like the Gaku, it just makes me disappointed to see how all the interesting parts of his character is in the Bond events, and I wish I could have seen it more in the actual game itself. Saeba also kind of made me feel this element of disgust to it, which I think was the point as well, because we did essentially, it is her essentially lobotomized and brainwashed, and it's not actually her. So I do like those ones a lot. I mean, I don't like those ones a lot. I feel like those ones are the ones that irked me, but I don't hate them. They made me feel negative emotions, I suppose. I don't think we've seen the worst one yet, outside of Ima. Ima's is kind of the one that annoyed me the most, specifically with the fourth one, I guess. But Kurara is already there. Kurara is pretty bad so far. Why is it green, but why green and not red? It's like a ripe, is it ripe? Is that the right term I'm thinking of? No, ripe is like when it's new, right? Hold on, now I gotta search this up. No, ripe is when it's new. Green is like when it's like firm and not yet ready. It's like when it's green is when it's new. Red would be ripe. A red tomato's ripe, green is like new tomato.
Who is something an average-looking man like you would struggle to comprehend.
Life exploration. Oh boy.
Come here and listen to me. There's something I've been wondering about.
So she will turn red. Yeah, did you not see her blush before?
And I don't mind sharing it with a huge
Or blush a lot?
Osuzuki
Or get
fan
super
like
mad?
yourself. I'm
Oh,
proud
God.
of the Osuzuki family and wouldn't hesitate to die for it. But I wonder,
Really?
is that really enough? Should I simply walk on the path that's been prepared for me?
Or become
want
your
to
own person?
Explore my own interests, live my own life, and blaze my own trail. I'm certain the
Classic
experience
arc for
I gain by
characters like
doing
this?
that will be of great benefit to my family. The Osuzukis will become even more powerful and evolve into the Chosuzukis. That's what I've been thinking about. Exploring everything that life has to offer. I don't mean the kind of exploring we do outside the school, though.
Right, I mean, I get that.
I've had quite enough of that for one lifetime.
How many people are left? We got like an hour. Kurara's thoughts. Mask off? Mask on,
Takumi,
alright.
I have something important to tell you.
Oh, yep, there we go. Mask off now.
Thanks for waiting. It's really important. So I think I should tell you about it with my face uncovered. That whole life exploration thing the other day, I've never told anyone about that before. Now that you know, though, I feel like I want to do it more than ever. I want to get out there and explore. I'll work and save money while gaining life experience.
Oh, so like building yourself back from the bottom and okay, that one I could respect. God damn, it took us this long for something like that, for something I kind of respect. God, like I want to say 3 of shit. It's not really shit really, but like I don't want to say of nothing either. It does give us context of why she hates betrayals and liars so much as well. I wouldn't say that, but like dealing with her unpleasantness, I mean, the first one was pretty rough. Second one, she mellowed, and third one, she mellowed out a bit more. But this one I can respect a lot.
All without relying on the name of Osuzuki.
This is a
Nobody would
mindset I can
recognize me
respect.
without the mask anyway. Maybe this was the real reason I put the mask on all
That's what the
along.
mask was
Takumi,
for.
I'm telling you this for a reason too. You know how bad I am with general knowledge.
This is a sprite I've never seen before.
I think it's
Oh, okay,
going to
common
be
sense,
hard
you
for me
mean.
to get used to living like that. So I want you to support me.
Okay.
And maybe help me out once in a while.
Is this why we picked
Since
her for
you
one of the
know about
romance
my
routes?
secret, you have to help. This is basically your sacred duty now. Okay?
Okay, that was kind of cute. I kind of like that. Alright, Kiyoshika, here we go. Best swordsman in all of history.
Let us speak of great.
Stream still running? Stream still running. Sorry, it's I guess the sound error was on that end. I kind of want to go, but I almost want to go back to see what the room looks like.
Takumi. Do you wish to know the type of swords person I aspire to become?
Is it good? What reference is this going to be?
Become the world's best, nay, history's greatest
Or not.
swordswoman with my holy Jumanji sword at my side. How
Peko
do I
versus
intend
her
to
would go
achieve
crazy.
that? Not
I'm sorry, I only now noticed. Can we go back a little bit? Okay, when she poses like that again,
simply
does she
by
have like an
counting up
anime, like a
victories
little
and
chibi
defeats,
character?
but by wielding my blade
Yeah,
of
she
justice for
does. She has like a little chibi character on her fucking cloak.
the weak and becoming a force for peace in the world. Hence, the current situation
Yeah,
is the chance
there it
of
is.
a lifetime for me. When I banish evil in this war and leave behind a record of my glorious deeds, someone will surely turn it into
Right, manga. You really
And
love
then,
manga.
in time,
Manga.
an anime studio will pick it up. I shall become a swordswoman whose story will live
You
on
watch anime?
forevermore. With that in mind, I've already shortlisted the names of potential voice actors.
You're just assuming that it would be within your lifetime, but alright. Or even the voice actor's lifetime. Holy Jumanji sword.
Let us speak of grand things today as well, Sir Takumi. What? You wish to know more about the Holy Jumanji sword? You already
Here we
know
go.
the Blade of Justice drinks the blood of evildoers with relish. Despite her usually reticent disposition, she has a wild side to her as well. I will never forget that cold winter day when I first met her.
Oh
She
boy.
was mistakenly delivered to my house from an online shopping platform.
What?
The irresistible pull of fate made me take her
Excuse
in.
me?
I then
Okay. Whose sword is it supposed to be? That wait, what? Sorry, that one took me out of it a little bit, actually. Alright. Remember, these are all homunculi, and people, like, okayed and agreed with having Ima having a sister complex, and then Gaku and Kurawa being like that. Like, who the fuck was cooking up Kiyoshika in the laboratory? Like, did anyone look at her homunculus, saw her backstory record on, like, whatever, the computer or whatever, and was just like, Frank, did you put your fucking fan fiction into the goddamn homunculi again?
wrote the name Holy Jumanji sword upon her, and decided we would embark on the path of swordsmanship together. She may not be the most well-known sword in the world, but the same goes for my own barely existent reputation. Therefore, we shall hone ourselves together. Besides, the Holy Jumanji sword and I are perfectly compatible. I will never let her go.
Yoshika's preferences.
I wish to speak of great things with you, Sir Takumi.
Yeah, here we go.
Pardon me?
This is the
type of
third
person
hangout
I like?
we're asking.
That is a very awkward question.
Yeah?
Perhaps someone sporty? Like a prince of the tennis court?
Oh my
or
god,
a
this
phantom
fucking
basketball
weeb.
player? Oh, I have a thing for slightly risky men too.
Oh
The
boy.
type who would take cheap shots at other players or punch a teacher for changing the girl's uniform. I think
Risky man?
Momotaro had a
Oh boy,
super
yep, here we
sexy
go.
sword form too. And I
Yeah,
dreamed of
here we
being
go.
roughed up by warlord Maeda Keiji.
Oh
When it comes
boy.
to swordsmanship, there
Yeah,
are plenty
oh
of
my
Meiji
god.
samurai that are totally untouchable.
Yeah, I
And
am
a
not
certain
surprised.
nine-tailed fox ninja is my absolute angel.
Yeah, I forgot there was that one Naruto reference. Yep.
My
Kiyoshika's is pretty boring, actually. I'm getting nothing from her, man.
living.
Nothing I haven't already gotten.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry for getting carried away like that. I think the Holy Jumanji sword is getting jealous, so let us stop here for today.
High school debut. Oh god.
I would like for you to know me better, Sir Takumi.
Yeah?
So allow me to share some details of my everyday life with you.
What the
Until
fuck was your high
recently,
school life
I
was?
lived with my master, who was also my grandfather, in a forest on the outskirts of the Tokyo residential complex. grandfather was extremely strict, so we did more training than studying. I would learn language and history from any historical manga he procured for me.
Why
In
historical
fact,
manga only?
I had never interacted with people my age until I came here.
Oh, I see.
That is what fills me with such great joy to spend my days with all of you. I do miss the forest I used to live in, but enjoying my youth in a training camp environment like this has always been a dream of mine. So it all works out.
I mean,
My high
yeah,
school debut
I
will
guess.
be one to remember. And if
Ugh.
occasional ecchi antics ensue,
Oh
all
boy.
the better.
Why are you like this? Kiyoshika, why are you like this? Okay, Kiyoshika's is pretty bad because I'm not feeling anything. It's just kind of boring and shit I've seen before. Wanting to be greedy. Here we go. I do like Kiyoshika as a character. She's very self-sacrificing, though. Like, she is very selfless and does care about her friends, like, in a genuine way. But she is not the smartest. Am I good? Sorry, my dad came to me earlier. Sorry, my dad came to me earlier, if you didn't see. And was just, like, complaining the whole time, so it kind of brought my energy down. He's always like that. It's hard for me to spend time with, like, my dad, because, or, like, really, I don't want to say most of my family. It's mostly my parents. They're not necessarily bad people. It's more like we don't mesh well, and a lot of my life in childhood was just me trying to appease them, or, like, trying to make them proud of me, only for it to, like, you know, them always asking for more or me to do better, and me kind of like bending myself over backwards as well, trying to like, doing things that they wanted me to do instead of doing what I wanted to do, or at least us trying to like meet in the middle. We did kind of like sometimes meet in the middle and like, agreed on that point, but like every time I try to express myself in any way, whenever it was like legitimate or like illegitimate, I understand, but when it's like legitimate or like whenever I express any emotions, it's just it always ends poorly, I suppose. Let's just say, like, okay, I mean, one explicit example that I can pull from that isn't that bad necessarily, and I don't want to get too deep into it, is like one time I was like watching like a show and I was like crying because it was like a sad show. It was really sad, but then, like, when my mom asked me why I was crying in the car, like, I just, mentioned I was just watching a show was making me sad. And, like, she looked at me like it was the dumbest thing in the world. So, yeah, I'm never gonna go to my parent. You see, I feel like if if my parent, I don't want to say my parents were more understanding. If my parents didn't do stuff like that when I was younger, I'd be more comfortable with talking to them about how I feel and how things are with me, instead of either strangers on the internet or my therapist. I'd be more comfortable with talking to them. But instead, it's just exhausting talking to them. Not that I hate them. I do love them. We do get along a lot, and they do try to understand me. They do help me through like getting through my therapy and doing my social group stuff, but like it's just the one-on-one conversations when I'm stuck with them, man.
There are things in this life I must protect. That certainly includes my grandfather's legacy, who was my only blood relative. But there is more to it than that. I wish to protect all who are seen as weaker, whether they be young, elderly,
See,
male,
this part of her character I
female,
like, but this is all
even plants.
even
I will
plants.
fight for those who cannot fight for themselves, and let the holy Jumanji sword feast on the blood of the wicked.
Like, I do think that Kiyoshika is an entertaining character, and, like, once again, I do like this selfless element to her character a lot. And, like, once again, it does kind of make her, like, a likable character in spite of all the weeb and weirdly perverted shit she might say, or, like, ends up being the butt of the joke of. But dear fucking God, were these Bond events a whole bunch of nothing. Because it's just reiterating shit that we've heard before. But maybe that's the point, because she is kind of a simple character to understand.
All I do for what is just. That is my way of the sword.
She is.
I will be the greediest person in the world if it brings justice. All the friends that I have made here come under my protection as well. You are my first friends. After
That is
all,
so sweet, actually.
The Holy Jumanji Sword and I shall keep fighting for the people we treasure. Rest assured that I will watch your back in any situation, Sir Takumi. I consider you a most excellent combat partner.
Moko, here we go. Meat is a superfood? Is that what it said?
I'm no food
Yeah.
critic, so any kind of meat is good enough for me. Beef, pork, chicken,
I guess
whatever,
protein.
as long as it's
Protein.
meat, I love it all.
Right.
Meat is a superfood.
Is it?
A complete meal in itself. If you ever catch a cold or fall sick,
I
just eat more meat.
no,
Perfect to
I
eat before
don't
a
think
major
that.
match, sudden date, business appointment,
Oh,
wedding
no.
reception, or funeral wake. Meat gives you the
Working on
power
our
to do
gains.
anything you want. Oh, I just love meat.
Okay, well that was a nothing event. A maiden's dream.
You're such a nice guy that I'll share my maidenly dream with you, Takumi. I want to become the top wrestler in the world. But once I do, I won't stay there for long. After bursting
Right.
into everyone's world like a bright shooting star, I'll settle down and become a normal girl in charge of cultivating the
Okay,
next
just tied
generation
to
of
like, you
wrestlers.
know,
And
wrestling
then I'll
again,
enjoy
yep.
dating and regular stuff for a while before becoming a cosmetics producer and model. I'll make it
okay.
rain money on the cosmetics industry by producing amazing products.
You know,
using
she
all
does have that interest actually in beauty products, huh? Shoot, I forgot about that.
the
Okay.
knowledge I've gained from my beauty research.
Another
Finally,
interesting angle to see
I'll
your
become
character.
an actress.
Oh
It
boy.
would be a sin to let my lovely voice and major guts go to waste. But I'll have to survive this war first. I got way too much to do to let my life get cut short here.
Oof.
Do you ever watch pro wrestling, Takumi? We should go see a match with the others one of these days.
Aren't you
Wrestlers
also
are
a pro
never
wrestler
shy
though?
about letting their rivals know what they're feeling, all while dishing out and receiving crazy moves with the utmost respect. A true pro always gets up, no matter how many times an intense technique knocks them down.
There's not much I
That's
could
the
say
way
about
I
Moko.
wrestle.
It
It's
is
not
kind of
about
what I
winning,
expected,
it's
really.
about getting up again, even when you lose. A wrestler who loses in a way that touches the audience's hearts. That's the kind of wrestler I want to be. But I still need raw strength for
Okay.
that. You can't reach
Loses though? I thought you wanted to win and be
the
a top
top without
wrestler.
power. It's a given that this is a dangerous sport. That's why we train our bodies so hard. But wrestling is more like a combat art. It takes real skill to impress the spectators and get them emotionally involved.
It
I
is
train
just
myself
WWE,
every
like one
day
of
to
those
make
sets
sure
of
my
things.
moves will blow every bad thought out of the viewers' minds.
Rivals. Alright.
My rival popped into my head just now, and now I really feel
Oh,
like
right. I
training.
forgot about that. Well, okay. Yuri? Anyways, rival Yuri, rival the lovers Yuri. This will be kind of interesting to see how she describes her own rival. I want to see if that will be like a foil to her. I forgot what hers was for like the, after learning the truth that we're all homunculi. She was still alive at that point, right? I think so. I wonder if she ever mentioned a rival in that one. I don't remember.
Not my rival in love, mind you. A girl I met when I was first training to be a pro wrestler. I told you before
Right.
that you needed absolute strength to succeed in this industry, right? That's why I tried out all kinds of martial arts, and I never lost, except to one person.
Your
It was
rival?
a female martial artist who clinched the championship at an American MMA tournament.
Sakura Ogami.
He remained unbeaten for more than 400 matches and was virtually the strongest
Oh my god, it is just Sakura Ogami.
hominid in existence.
Oh my god, her rival is Sakura Ogami. That is insane. The Sakura Ogami, he just like peering her head around the corner again. Like with chapter 4, chapter 4 of Danganronpa 2 that we just replayed. That is insane. That is an insane coincidence. For chapter 4 of Danganronpa 2 for us to be playing like the last 2 days and then to be hit with that.
Same age as me. I couldn't believe how strong she was. But become good friends since then, and even go out for dessert and protein shakes sometimes.
That means Danganronpa isn't real, chat. Danganronpa isn't real. Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
We spur each other on to greater heights. Thinking about her reminded
God,
me that
Kotaka really wants Danganronpa to die, huh?
I have to keep up with my training.
God, I'm so worried for 2x2 now.
Even now.
Was not expecting a Sakura Ogami reference.
You know, I used to have a really weak constitution. I couldn't eat a lot of food, and I hated my veggies.
Well, you love
Then
me.
I found out about pro wrestling. The first match I ever watched completely captured my heart. I made becoming a wrestler my goal in life, so I could stand in the same ring with my idol someday.
A rival
After
and an
busting
idol,
a
huh?
gut training, I was finally able.
Why am I worried before 2x2? Because it feels like at that point, after, like, okay, do you guys not see the pattern here? Okay, V3, and then this, with Sakura Ogami being a part of her backstory. I mean, it could be just a reference. Me, like, making something out of nothing. But, like, being a part of her fabricated memories. Remember, it's all fake, it's all lies. Usadeo. Remember those ones? And how, like, once again, I think that was kind of the purpose of, like, trying to make Danganronpa V3 kind of have this, like, you know, controversial ending, let's just say. Feels like, you know, Kodaka just wanted to burn down the Danganronpa fan base, or at least burn down the Danganronpa series so that it doesn't keep coming back over and over and over again, you know? It feels like that. And he is overseeing 2x2, even though he's not writing it. He is like breathing over the shoulder of the person who's writing the other scenario.
To invite my idol to my debut match, but I was criticized for not leaving enough of an impression.
Oh boy.
Too good with my moves, for better or worse.
Too good.
Stylish. No hint of desperation. That made it hard for people to empathize with me.
Well, it is like that type of wrestling,
is
so yeah.
Hard to get right sometimes. So I broadened my wrestling horizons, even joining a heel faction called the Chronic Hematuriac Maniacs.
The
When I
what?
was finally at the cusp of entering the realm of top wrestlers, my idol suffered a serious injury and got hospitalized. He's still there. Even to this day,
He's still
I have to
there?
keep fighting to protect his place in the ring until he's ready to return.
Okay, I
He's
see.
a masked wrestler who goes by the name of Anal Boss.
What?
Nobody does mysterious shtick like he does.
Anal Boss is his name? What? What are you talking about? Okay, Moko's events are kind of fucking kooky, but I am finding myself a little tickled by that one. Fucking the Sakura reference and then Anal Boss being her idol is insane.
I've never seen his face before, but he's basically my first love.
Anal Bosses?
Oh no, don't make me talk about romance. Forget what I just said. Oh.
The next step.
My tears automatically start flowing if I just
Right,
stand
this is
around,
post-truth,
so
right?
I've been doing squats all this time.
Wait, hold on. That last one was the last event? We're ending it on Anal Boss?
And then I realized something. Doesn't matter if I'm not really a pro wrestler. It doesn't matter if the people precious to me aren't real, because those are things I can work toward from now on. My life has only just begun. Life is all about facing challenges, being brave, and making decisions without regrets.
God, you know, okay, I wish some of your other events were like this, because this one's actually a pretty good one.
Every step we take opens up new paths. How else can we know where those
I
new
do like
paths
this
lead unless we
philosophy.
keep going? Thanks for listening to my TED Talk.
Alright, that's the one that got me to laugh, actually. Together. I do wish the rest of our events were more like that last one, in all honesty. More like the second scenario one. My god, because everything else was just like, yeah, I've heard that one before, and like, yeah, that's kind of obvious. Sakura just suddenly showing up, and then ending it on Anal Boss. Nozomi. I think I maxed her out already, but we're just gonna do it again.
Sorry for bringing this up all of a sudden, but do you like rolled eggs, Takumi?
Oh yeah, you like
I've
them,
loved
right?
Ever since I was little. and I'll always go for them when I can.
What are rolled eggs
We
again?
can make them using the machine in the cafeteria, but they
You want to make them
taste a
by
little
hand,
different
right?
from what I'm used to.
Oh, I
There was
see.
a
Okay,
lady in
those
my
are what they
neighborhood
are.
who would care for me when my own mom wasn't around.
She
I
wasn't
just
around a lot, huh?
loved the rolled eggs she made. Oh, how I wish I could
God,
have.
poor Nozomi. Why did they try to make us sympathize for Nozomi's mom who experimented on her and wasn't around in Nozomi's life? Why would they try? Why did the story try to make us do that? That is an insane thing. Her mom is essentially just fucking Haruka. Like,
Some now. Let's fight hard so we can eat the rolled eggs she.
you know what? It kind of does go to show you that like trauma is not an excuse for being a bad person. It could explain why you're a bad person, but it is an excuse. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control how you react to it. I know it sounds a bit cold, but considering Okazaki, Tetra Pink Alert, like did a ton of bad shit, including SAing one of her roommates, like even before being put into the killing game, but in that killing game, traumatized, like beating the shit out of someone till they broke their ribs, torturing someone to death, and then leaving their mutilated corpse for everyone to see, just to traumatize one specific person, and that wasn't even, and that wasn't even the reason. That wasn't even their main target. It was the main target was someone else who walked into a door trap, and then they proceeded to kill them and traumatize them, and traumatize their friend who saw them die by having the last thoughts essentially in her victim's mind be, oh my god, I'm dying and I'm about to die in front of my best friend and I don't want them to see me like this, like that sort of thing, you know? Like what the fuck was like that's so fucked.
Makes together someday, Takumi.
And then on the other hand, we got Nozomi, who has the same, not want to say one-to-one same backstory, but similar.
Is there anything special you want to do when this war is over, Takumi? Sorry, I must have caught you off guard. We're in turbulent times after all. Back when I was in the Tokyo residential complex, I always wanted to see the outside world. That's
God, it's so fucking weird getting a normal one. Getting like talking, it's like it does feel like we're kind of talking to a normal human being. Like, okay, no, don't get me wrong. Like this feels very girl next door. I feel like Dorumi, it would also be someone in real life. Ito is fucking insane. Ava, you know, once again makes you feel kind of shitty, which I think is the point. Gaku also feels actually weirdly relatable. Not relatable, but like you can see how someone like him could exist in real life. It's weird getting one of these ones again after the fucking shit show that was kind of like, not shit show, that's too far, like the fucking chaos that was like the last four. It's so weird getting a grounded one again.
Although
it's actually interesting to get different flavors of Bond events, really. I'm not complaining. It's just like, it's so interesting to see how like the Bond events could vary in quality.
Expected.
I will not be ranking the Bond events, I'll just be ranking the characters themselves, but I will be taking the context of the Bond events into the rankings.
Come to think about it, the people in charge made it so that there was hardly any information available about the outside world. That
Yeah,
must have been
wonder
so
why.
people would lose interest in it, right? Everyone went about their lives without ever thinking there was anything more to the world. I've always been interested in the outside, though. It was hard finding any library books ancient enough to mention it. Now that I'm actually outside and learning more, I understand why they did what they did. I'm thinking about
It's all
the
lies.
things I can try when this is all over. Maybe I'll get a dog.
Also,
I
all the
love
references
dogs.
too
I always wanted to have one at home.
to like
Maybe
Karuwa
my
as well
license
is
to
also
keep a
makes
pet
it
in the
interesting.
TRC, and they have a lot of conditions. But I'll make it happen.
God, we still have pets in the TRC? I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
I'll have my own dog one day.
Alright.
This may sound weird, but I'm starting to think life here isn't so bad after all. Apart from the fighting, of course. I fight because I have no choice, not because I like it. I was always
makes
occupied
sense.
when I was little and never got to play with friends.
I mean,
I
a
pretended
human
to be
experiment,
fine,
yeah.
I was
You
really
would
lonely deep
you would have to deal
inside.
with that.
Can you believe I've never watched a movie with friends before?
No friends,
How can
friendless.
a person make friends? Or a boyfriend like that? I mean, it's not like I especially wanted a boyfriend. I'm sorry. This is becoming
My God.
awkward. My movie interests
Zoe
were
is
quite
kind of just a
different from those
normal
around
girl.
me anyway. I preferred vintage stuff. I'm really into movies set when humanity was still living on Earth. With
Also
an interest
another
like
interesting foil. You know, now I think about it, also kind of an interesting foil to Ito as well.
that, it's going to be hard to find someone to go to the movies with me. Huh?
Takumi right now, like, giving her, like, the wide eyes, like, you know, looking at her, like, the puppy dog eyes. Excitement.
What's your future dream, Takumi?
Nothing,
I
apparently.
realize I've never thought seriously about it before. I was always so busy with experiments and training. But
Yeah?
if I save mankind by winning this war,
Experiments?
I'm going to find my own dream. After resting first, of course. I'll
Fair
spend
enough.
some time finally living like a normal high school girl.
Uh-huh.
Hang out with friends after school.
Yeah,
get
friends.
excited about Christmas and Valentine's Day and stuff like that. Oh, but I'll need to find someone who makes me excited for those festivals first. I've never
God, I
given
do
anyone-
love all the references to Karua's, like, you know, flashback scenes that we see as well, from Takumi's perspective. And once again, if you've seen Second Scenario, you know why Takumi kind of like got the image, like woke up and got the image of Nozomi, and the image of Nozomi became Karuwa, like his childhood friend. And a lot of like Karua's interest and stuff could have been from like Nozomi talking to him whenever she like kind of visited outside of his pod, and then that was his brain picking it up and forming Karuwa into his mind, which is interesting.
On Valentine's chocolates before. What about you, Takumi?
Kind of building two characters at once here.
Ever received chocolates?
God,
from
this has gotta be so
anyone?
awkward to hear from her.
What am I asking? I'm sure you have. Sorry for the silly question.
Ooh, that means she finds him attractive. Meaning that means she finds him attractive. She finds Takumi attractive enough to get chocolate on Valentine's Day. That means. All right, determination.
I basically lived and breathed experiments and training when I was little.
God,
They
your
told me the
mom
project would
sucks.
save all of mankind, so
I guess it makes a little
totally
bit of
engrossed
sense
in
because but like, God, knowing the context of humans kind of being the bad guys in the situation, colonizers once again, like, God, poor
it
girl.
wasn't easy. But I endured everything, believing I was doing it for a greater cause.
Does she have
Who
a
could
second
guessed
scenario
it was all
one?
to train and prepare me to fight in a war. I snuck in on an impulse. But
What
I'm
did you
glad
think it
I
was
did
for?
that. I don't want everything I've done so far to be meaningless. And I can't let you guys fight on your own when you were kept in the dark for so long. Fighting scares me, but I know I didn't make the wrong choice by going into that capsule.
This isn't the
When I
last
saw
one,
you
right? I
guys
think there's
there,
one more, right?
I just knew I had to go with you. In
Kind of
there.
reiterating what we knew in the
I'm
main
just
game.
so glad I was
But,
able to get to know all of you. Let's stay friends after the war. Okay? But
Looks at
first,
second scenario.
we have to win. I'm not worried. I have faith we can do it together. We'll make it
Together.
happen.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there was one. Never forget.
What I told you the other day is exactly what I'm thinking now. As a human, I feel terrible that we've treated you so badly and forced you to fight.
Yeah?
I have no right to say this, but I don't think someone or something is fake just because it only exists in your memories.
I mean, the
Because
feelings you feel because of
those
those.
memories
Yeah,
still move
exactly.
you. Your memories of Katoa drove you to action.
Right.
Right? So, please.
I feel like this is more so a one for, like, you know, pleading to Takumi rather than, like, rather than a full self-reflection, I suppose, and then them choosing to fight anyways. Because the Nozomi was always like that anyways, a little bit. Was trying to fight for humanity and then befriended everyone else. And fought alongside them. And even joins us in the rebellion route. And sticks with us to the end.
Don't ever forget Katoa. Cherish those memories you have of her. I think that would make her very happy. It's just a feeling that I have.
All right, Shion. Yeah, Shion. I forgot Shion had his own Bond events. I think we maxed him out too.
Named me Shion. Apparently, it's deeply meaningful. And there's a flower known by that name as well. It blooms in the Tokyo residential complex. And it's meant to convey, I won't forget you. I guess it's a fitting name for someone who's destined to disappear soon.
God, I am so curious to try and understand Shion, and it's weird seeing Sirei act more, you know, I don't want to say act more like a human, but like have humanity towards, like, you know, especially Shion. Because, like, clearly he does see Shion more than an item or a weapon. And, you know, once again, Sirei has all of, like, the consciousnesses of every human flowing through him all at once. So he's, like, taking votes and vetoes from all of them. And at least the majority of them still see Shion as, like, their baby, you know? And that's so interesting to see. It adds an element of humanity to a man who is essentially a commanding officer for an invading force. Even though Sirei is definitely evil, don't get me wrong, he is a fucked up man with all the lobotomy, with like all the lobotomy stuff we do with Ava, all the dehumanizing we do with like the invaders and all that, all his cruelty even to us, with lobotomizing us and like, you know, trying to take our lives as well. But like even in Rebellion route, or like in some of the other routes, even this SF when he's upset with everyone being happy, really. He's still with the gang, or like he's still like, you know, once he dies in Rebellion Route, I believe, when he's about to kill everyone, or even in like second scenario, if I'm remembering correctly, even when he's defeated or dies, and like, you know, the SDU is about to ruin everything humanity's worked for, he still wishes them luck and doesn't curse their name, which adds a little bit of like, you know, adds a little bit of humanity to his character, ironically enough. Like, it does humanize his character a lot, and it's very interesting to see that dichotomy between, like, what he's supposed to be and what you would expect from him versus what he actually is. Like, those smaller moments do kind of make his character a little bit more complex, despite all the cruelty that he does.
All this is over. I hope I'll continue to live on in your memories.
Gratitude.
I'm still awestruck by how I can converse with everyone like this. I always thought I would die.
Do I like the post-truth versions of the characters? Honestly, it's... I feel like most of those Bond events hit harder, in all honesty. I do like them a lot. Okay. And I would be interested to see what the other characters, if they ever got to that point, how they would have reacted, and how they would have, like... how their worldviews would have changed. But unfortunately, that's not the type of game, or like that's not the type of story second scenario was trying to tell. Because we still needed some of those sacrifices in order to get to that point. But it's interesting to see how their characters and personalities and, like, you know, their philosophies change. But also, in a way, it is kind of, like, fucked up how they still fight for the wrong side, at least for a little while. I mean, there is that choice to go into Rebellion route, but in second scenario, if you just continue to fight for humanity, you know you're basically dooming an entire species of people to death, essentially. And then you're dooming Shion himself, essentially your father, or like, you know, one of your family members to death, and forcing them to sacrifice themselves to wipe out your own people and their people and his people, you know? Because we believe we're too far in and there's no chance for redemption, when obviously, looking at Rebellion route, that's not completely true. And that it is possible for, even though it will be harder and there will obviously still be like those little skirmishes, eventually there would be peace between like the humans and the Phaetorians, if they just had the ability to communicate, which they didn't have before. Like, once again, second scenario, it also kind of makes second scenario hit hard as like an anti-war type of story, with the ending, with finally with the future, basically the children. That's why they had the children there instead of like adult Phaetorians. And then, like, you know, Nozomi's a high schooler. Essentially the next generation of like both species finally, like, even though they may not be able to understand each other's words, I don't think anymore at that point, because the Hema Anima is gone. after everything is, said and done, after everything the dust is settled, in the end, everything both sides just wanted was to have peace and live like a peaceful, everyday, normal life and enjoy their time living. And in that final moment where like Nozomi holds that Fatoran child's hand and breaks down, it's like that's when like the line hits and all the sacrifices of like for us to get to that point just hits her and she breaks down crying, finally able to like in a way make peace with like the Fatorans, or at least next generation of the Fatorans, and like being able to make contact even without talking, with being able to talk to them. Like I think that's very interesting tell, and that's why I really love second scenario.
Capsule without ever interacting with anyone. I knew I could manifest myself like this, but I didn't think my voice would reach anyone. But it did. All because you came back from the future, Takumi. I'll always be grateful to you for that. Thank you for making my wish come true. Thank you for being friends with someone like
God,
me.
Shion. I do love Shion. He's a very sweet guy.
But I wanted to say it while I still had the chance.
Shion's world. La 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 la.
In that capsule, not being able to come out for anything. But while I couldn't move or speak, I could still think. They used some special audio equipment to educate me.
Brainwash you mean?
TRC and the people I'm meant to protect.
I
do sometimes wonder what life would have been like.
Propaganda.
If I had been more normal. But there's no real point thinking.
See, that is also coming back as well. That aspect of it.
I'm proud of the fact that I can
people just wanting to live like a normal life.
It's something only I can do. Still, if there's really such
and like have bonds with other people.
I hope that we'll all meet again someday.
God, I feel so bad for Shion. I feel like the reveal would have hit him the most. With just like the depravity of humanity and what they did to him.
I'd like to have tried
and what he was going to do.
Normal kid. That's sports. I don't quite understand what it feels like to exercise. I learned about sports through my audio lessons.
I feel like, okay, I could be wrong about this, but I do wonder if people who are like born with like a disability or born paralyzed or something like that ever wonder what it'd be like to do the things they wouldn't be able to do normally. I feel like, if you've never had the ability to do it before, I wonder if that's like something that, some people like experience. I would imagine so. Maybe not everyone, but at least a good chunk of people.
But I can't actually play any sports myself. What about you, Takumi? Have you played any sports before? Is it fun? Do you get really into it? There are a lot of other things I wish I could do as well. But would be here all day if I told you about all of them.
Yeah, that
what
tracks.
I wanted most was to talk to everyone, though. And that's already come true. So I'm more than content with how things are.
Alright, friends. You are my friend.
While inside the capsule, I always tried to imagine what it would be like to have friends. Now that I'm friends with all of you, I finally understand. And it's so simple. Talking with friends brings joy and happiness. It makes you forget about the bad things and troubles in your life. Not just that. It makes you feel more like yourself. Because friends draw out the best in you. And that gives you the strength to carry on.
I feel like I've seen all of Shion's. Shion.
Because I'm giving up my life for my friends. It's truly a blessing to be able to have friends.
God, poor Shion.
So please, allow me to stay friends with you until the final day comes.
I'm so happy we managed to save him in some of the endings, in all honesty. I'm so happy we do manage to save him in like a lot of these endings. Not a lot, but at least a decent chunk of him. And then the post-truth reveal.
With me as a base.
Yeah, they even cloned another baby of you in that Sephiroth.
Your anguish. I'm sorry.
Oh, poor Shion.
This war would never have happened if I'd never been born.
No.
Or if I died.
No. The war would have happened either way, my guy. I'm sorry, Shion. The war would have happened either way. It was happening even before you were born, my guy.
This whole thing
It's not
is
your
my
fault. It's really not.
But I still want to ask
You're
for
just,
your forgiveness
I don't know, a
and stay
consequence?
friends
Or
with
no,
you.
no, no. You're
If you find-
collateral. You're collateral, like that makes it any better.
Something to live for.
You're also
I'll be right
collateral.
behind you, giving you the strength to carry on. It's the least I can do. Because using my life for you is the only meaningful thing I can live for now. I love all of you so much.
All right, Shoma, here we go. I didn't max out Shoma, right? Oh, so that's what his room looks like, the green.
I know.
Would I want to adopt Shion? I mean, if I have the life... If I could, like, you know, support his life and, like, have the life support baby jar or something, yeah. I wouldn't mind adopting Shion. My worry is that, like, you know, like, I would be friends with Shion. I don't know if I'm, like, responsible enough to take care of a baby that's on fire. Or, like, you know, someone like Shion with those, like, type of needs. But if I had that, I would do my very best to and make sure he's happy. He deserves happiness after all the bullshit he's gone through, man.
Repulsive, but I would still like to make friends with you. I keep having a strong urge to talk to you about something, but no topic in particular ever comes to mind.
Right, it's gonna be all
As to
this.
be
It's just all
expected
this,
from
huh?
me. Empty husk I am. Let's see. My hobby is playing with dogs, but I can't think of anything else.
Okay,
Books,
let's work on
comics,
dogs then. Let's
anime,
continue
or
talking about
TV
dogs.
shows. None of these are for me. I can't empathize with any of the stories or characters. I get impressed that they have such grand ideals when I don't have any. That's about it.
Okay,
What
that's
do I
kind of interesting.
usually think about? I don't even know.
Oh my
Probably
god.
Counting sheep.
Ah, Shoma's
something
events is just gonna be this the whole time, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry for being so boring. And I'm really sorry for wasting your time. Oh, I'm sure
God,
you're never
I feel like they just put like all of Nagato's insanity into Edo and then just left his insecurities into Shoma.
going to talk to me again.
I'm pretty
after
sure Kodaka said a character he related to the most was Shoma, wasn't it?
this dreadful conversation, but I just wanted you to know that it's been a pleasure.
There are times I do feel bad for Shoma, but then there are other times where I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, build a spine.
You actually want to talk to a useless piece of muck like me again?
Wait,
That's so nice
useless?
of you. Nobody's ever paid me this much attention before.
No one's ever went to the
Parents and
second
teachers
Bond event.
pretend I don't exist. My dog Leo is the only one in my life willing to look me in the eye. Leo always makes me laugh. When we go on walks together, he runs away at top speed the moment I relax his leash.
Oh
I
god.
then carry him back, but he bites me when I touch him and pees on my face when I'm asleep.
I think your dog hates you,
That's
man.
just how we poke fun at each other. We're
Sure.
best buds, really. I'd introduce you to him one day, but once we're released from here, you and I will go back.
Yeah, I
to being
remember this one too,
strangers.
Joshua.
I mean, I know we're strangers even now. Oh, I'm sorry for assuming we were friends when we're not.
Oh
I'll
boy.
cherish this conversation forever.
Is this just
Because
Shoma's entire
I know
thing?
you'll never want to talk to me again. Thank you for always being so kind to me.
God, there are parts of me that do feel bad for him, but like, God, sometimes when he gets down on himself like this, it's a little annoying, actually. Forte toughness.
You're
Forte?
talking to me again?
What
How
is
can
this?
You bear to waste brain
Raincoat?
cells on this catastrophe of a bonding event?
They knows.
Kind-hearted saints like you give bottom-of-the-barrel sludge like me
Oh
hope
my
for the
God.
future. As a token of my appreciation.
Alright, it is kind of interesting to see how he comes up with unique insults for himself, though.
Please punch me. It's great stress relief. Being tough as nails is my only forte, so there's no need to hold back. Yeah, I've always been physically tough.
Right,
As
physically
a
tough.
natural-born loser, I can't fight well, but I'm great at being beaten up.
Yeah, I
Still
picked that one up.
hurts, but I never get any major injuries from it.
He does have a
Even
lot of
if I fall
durability.
from a pedestrian overpass or get hit by small cars, I usually walk away unscathed.
God.
I never once thought my toughness would be useful in any way, though. I just hope it can help you guys in this war.
I just...
Imagine.
my God.
Scum like me becoming helpful to someone.
I don't even hate Shoma, by the way. I do like Shoma. But sometimes when he's down on himself, it does grate on the nerves a little
It really
bit.
would make me happy.
Like, this is a sweet moment. Please gain some confidence. I forgot how your bond events went. Apprenticeship.
Takumi, I have a major favor to ask of you.
Oh, right. I forgot that.
I've started
Takamaru was
thinking
better,
that-
man. Is Shoma's self-deprecation wearing me down? A little bit. But I feel like even in Route Zero, he was always working on himself, and he's a highly empathetic person. So, like, in spite of his self-deprecation, okay, also it's a little gross how he dehumanizes Ava a little bit by treating her more like a pet than a person. But I do see the genuine kindness he's trying to show there, but he just doesn't know how, because the only fucking thing that he's ever socialized with and never had, like, a good social relationship with was his fucking pet dog. So that's probably the only way he knows how to interact with people, other than the self-deprecation. But, like, I feel like he did, at least in, like, you know, Route Zero, even in Second Scenario, I feel, and, you know, in some other arcs when he has his chance to shine a little bit, he tries to become, like, the best version of himself and work on himself and be, like, you know, in spite of, like, you know, the... whatever the fuck reason the people in the laboratory made this homunculus have an allergic reaction to, you know, fighting people or punching people or whatever that shit is up with that. Other than that, like, you know, literally not being able to stand up for himself, I guess. What was I gonna say? Like, I feel like that in spite of that, despite him having that, like, condition, he's still trying to be the best version of himself in his own way, which is something I can appreciate, and I do like that lesson.
I want to change. Of course, just thinking
Like this.
won't actually change anything, but it's a big step for a lowlife like me.
Like,
to
this
even
part
think
I
about
like.
it. I look up to you, Takumi.
I mean, yeah, you have to,
admire the
you're
way
short.
You guide us as our leader. So, please, you can.
Oh yeah, that Shoma
or
ending when he
trample me
sacrificed
as much as
himself
you
too.
like. I
God,
promise
this hits
I'll
different.
never sue for harassment.
Okay, not this
You
again.
can even whack me with an ashtray. I'll do anything, including wiping your backside.
All right, dude, calm down.
Please, make me your protege. Oh,
Shoma's VA is pretty
probably
decent
putting you on
too.
the spot by springing this on you so suddenly. I'll need to become stronger before you can consider me a worthy student. But I'll never stop asking until you say yes.
All right. I mean, him actually going for what he wants there as well is also pretty interesting, because he would have backed off. Usually, Shoma seems like the type who would back off after, like, a no or something. But, like, him genuinely wanting that type of relationship with, like, Takumi is also very interesting. And him looking up to him, once again, is very interesting. Part of his character. As, like, an inspiration. Small growth.
I may be imagining it, but I feel like my loser energy's gone down by a lot lately.
All right,
I still
that's
hate
halfway.
fights and confrontations, but
Fair enough.
I'm not as allergic to them as before. Do you think it's because of my combat experience here?
Maybe.
I guess in that sense, this war hasn't been all bad for me. Anyway, if even someone like me can grow to this extent, hey, you and the others have the potential to grow even further. I've decided to try to like myself better in order to grow as a person.
Okay, you see, I do like that part of this one. Okay, this is a pretty good Bond event. Like, I feel like we had an arc in this Bond event, and we kept going up. I do like that a lot, actually. I mean, it wasn't like a run-of-the-mill one like Kyoshika. It's not boring. His self-deprecation does get on my nerves, but it is lovely to see him trying to break out of his own self-deprecation and become like, you know, a better person. Trying to better himself so that he could become more likable for himself.
If Leo can love me, maybe I can learn to love myself too.
Well, that as well.
It's difficult to love a
Oh boy, yep, here we go.
squirming pest like me, but I still have to try. I know I'll never be able to stop belittling myself as the
Oh my God.
insignificant worm I am, but
Shoma!
I'll give it my best shot.
Alright, I think it was alive, so there should be one more. Yeah, atoning for what I did. Yep, here we go. Oh, right, this was after
My
Ava died.
memories were the worst of the worst. I never had great memories like all of you did.
God, what the fuck were they thinking when they cooked you in the lab, dude?
I'm really shocked that Leo doesn't exist, though.
Damn, that is rough, actually.
I'm not sure if I can ever recover from that, but I can't just wallow in despair.
Despair?
We had to kill Ava to learn this truth. I'll bear the guilt of killing her.
Bear?
There's only
Sorry.
one way I can do that now, and that's to help all of you keep living. To connect the life I've consumed to other lives. If it comes down to it, I'll protect your lives with my own. For Ava's sake as well.
That is actually kind of sweet that he thought about it. But alright, Takamaru also maxed out. God, we still got like 10 minutes of this left. I forgot how his looked.
Good taste. Hey,
does he?
When this war is over, let's rip through town on motorcycles together. No license.
Do I look like I have a motorcycle?
Just hop on the back of mine. My seats even come with fancy leopard print. It's a deal, yeah? We'll go faster and fast and see what happens.
That was the whole event, wasn't it? Yeah. Gathering.
Hey, Takumi, you wanna come with me to our next meetup? I gotta introduce you to some of my pals. Don't be afraid, they're all good people. Just one thing, they're like morning people. Old folks tend to be early risers. You wanna know what meetups for? Working out to keep everyone healthy. What else?
Calisthenics, yeah. I do like the foil of like Takamaru's character. It's very, I feel like it's very loudly the guy who looked like the thug looking man who has a heart of gold. Like, I know it's very loud, but it is a trope that I do like.
Put the pros to shame.
And I feel like Takamaru does it pretty good. The only time Takamaru, I think, has pissed me off in the story at all was the fucking killing game route. But I do like but it still shows, like, you know, once again, his care for, like, other people, even through the twins, when he essentially sacrifices himself so that the twins can continue on living, you know? And he did take the twins under his wing as well, and make sure that they survived through that killing game. I wish we got to see the part of his character on screen a bit more for that one, but like obviously we weren't going to see it because how much he hated Takumi, because Takumi was the Grim Reaper.
Hey, so after the war's over, wanna come hang out at my place sometime? I mean, it's just a rundown shack, but I guarantee you won't find better food out there than what my mom makes. People are always visiting her bar for the food, so there's got to be something about it.
Is your place like a bar and a
She
house?
doesn't have the best temper in the world, but
oh boy,
she did raise me single-handed. I think she'd be relieved to see that I've got myself a friend like you, Takumi. One warning though, she looks really young for her age. People always think she's my sister or something.
I mean, you look older, so
don't you dare hit on her. You get
yeah, fair enough.
Let's not make this weird.
That's fair. That is fair, dude. Don't worry, man. That is a fair thing to say. Returning the favor.
I always used to watch the house by myself when I was a kid. Couldn't stand to see anything unfair or wrong, so I'd always be fighting with someone. My mom was busy with her bar work all day and night. I'd be bored out of my brains. That's why the old coots in the
okay, so it's not the same place, huh?
Me. They taught me to play chess and made my meals real old-fashioned eating, you know? And that was how Takamaru the Tyrant was born.
Why'd they call you the Tyrant, dude?
Those old folks by building their strength and helping out with their housework. That way,
That is pretty
Keep winning
sweet.
for as long as humanly possible.
Like, Takamaru is very much the thug with the heart of gold archetype, but I
My
do
old
love his
man died when
character.
I was a kid. Don't remember much about him. Only thing I remember clearly is how he'd tell me not to be trashy and to always be cool. A trashy guy bullies the weak. And
I guess
cool
his dad
guy
wasn't that
stands up
bad of a,
against the
of a
powerful.
person
And
either.
we can talk all day about what weak
Despite
and
the
powerful really
hard
mean.
lot, despite the like hard lot in life that they had.
But my old man
I
was definitely
suppose.
thinking about brute force. Women,
Hmm.
children, and the elderly tend to be weaker, you know? So
Eh.
he'd always tell me it was a real man's duty to protect them.
Well,
He
I guess
died
it's meant to be
doing just that.
gentlemanly, but you know,
He
yeah,
pushed a kid out of
fair
the way
enough.
of a fallen girder from a
Yeah, there we
construction
go.
site and took the hit himself. I promised my old man I'd be a cool guy. That's why I'll never hit women or kids, even if it kills me. And I do all I can to help old
Guess the
folks,
invaders don't
too.
count.
That's the Takemaru Yakushiji way of life.
Oh God, right. Oh man, this is actually kind of sad to hear
Shit,
after all that.
man. I was trying not to think about it, but it just keeps coming up. This pain is too freaking real. My mom,
You can kind of hear the
Barb,
heartbreak in
my
his
old
voice.
man, the old folks in the neighborhood, my pals, none of them were real. Just figments of my imagination.
Both
This is
false
a bunch of
memories.
BS. It's like nothing matters anymore. But you know what? I ain't gonna give up on life. I know you guys are going through the same hell I am right now. I don't know what's right or what's wrong anymore, but one thing's for sure. I'll protect all of you if it's the last thing I do. 'Cause that's the real Takemaru Yakushiji way of life.
All right, Tsubasa. Are we ending it off on ones I've already done?
Remember how I told you my grandpa runs a workshop?
I wonder why
He works on
yellow with
all
her.
kinds of stuff there, but mainly cars. His hobby is making his own custom cars. And before you ask, no, he doesn't race them on the highway or anything. But he does
Oh, boy.
test drive them someplace else. I eventually got to help with them as well. My folks got
It is interesting to hear
super
some of their
mad about it when they
backstories.
found out, though. I wish I could get my license and start driving for real. If I start dating, I want it to be with someone who owns a ton of awesome cars.
Oh boy.
Wait. People like that are usually on the wrong side of the law? Or am I being prejudiced when I say that? Whatever. I'll just buy my own cars. All I gotta do is win the lottery first. Did you learn any skills when you were younger, Takumi?
It's interesting to see.
Piano and lots of other
God, it's so interesting to see the differences between all the Bond events between the characters. Like, even the more out there fucking characters just being, I don't want to say borderline unhinged, but like, or incoherent, but like, you know, I guess, I feel like the worst one I've watched so far is kind of Kiyoshika's, because it's kind of flat. It feels like a flat arc sort of thing, almost. Moko's was also kind of as well for me, where it's like, okay, I mean, this is all stuff I understand already with Kiyoshika, and then Moko, there was some backstory stuff there, but like not too much depth to it. But like, I feel like the when after she learns the truth, there was that one event that feels like it built off of her character a little bit more, and that was pretty interesting. I think Kiyoshika really needed something like that too, but like, you know, obviously she died off before we could learn that truth.
stuff. But I didn't enjoy any of it. My parents made me learn.
It's interesting to see how different Bond events could be.
Weirdly, though, I've always been enamored with machines.
God, they should have just made you an engineer.
Studying or sports, but tinkering with machines? Oh, even an earthquake couldn't make me stop. I guess it just suits me. I'm thinking of working at Grandpa's workshop after I graduate from high school. I haven't told my parents yet.
You could do so much more.
No, they'd be against it. I didn't tell any friends either, because they'd think I was weird. So, I guess you're my first? Don't tell anyone I told you, okay?
Out of step. All right, we get backstory of our puking bit
It's
too,
been a
right?
little tiring talking to them lately. I don't want to sound like
Back in the
woman,
Tokyo
but
Residential Complex?
all they talk about is anime, pop idols, and fashion. I try to keep up with the latest trends.
I feel like you're
but I always end
more
up tinkering with some machine instead.
mature. You could just watch those in the
Hours
background,
fly
listen to
by
it
without me
in the background.
noticing, and nothing else goes into my head. But I still love hanging out with my friends. So, I guess I'll have to try not to stand out too much. I'm not forcing myself to fit in, okay? My friends understand that's just who I am. I tend to get tongue-tied in front of new people, though. The other day, I was dragged along to a mixer and ruined the mood because I could barely
Oh
hold a
god, I feel
conversation with
this one. I'm
anyone.
pretty sure I've said that one before.
I've still got a ways to go before I can even think about dating, huh?
Ways to go. Alright. Plenty of things I want to do.
Have you ever thought about what you'll do after we get out of here? I have. There's a ton of stuff I want to do.
Looks at second scenario.
Sing some
You never
karaoke
did that before?
together, go shopping.
Well, I guess it doesn't need
go
to be
a
new
hot
things.
spring with my family. I mean, we deserve a little fun after fighting so hard for mankind, right? Maybe they'll even give us cars.
Oh
No.
god.
Wait. I'll upgrade the equipment at the workshop. I'll invent a next generation car that can move on land, through water, and in the air. Then we can fly around and go wherever we want.
You know, I could believe that actually.
That should be a piece of cake for artificial satellite technology.
I would believe that, actually. Dude, do you know how many times Tsubasa has, like, built something that's so useful? Like, and, like, you know, gets us out of jams and shit? Like, outside of fixing the rocket in the killing game route and, like, making the fucking, like, you know, life detection device, like, she does so much for the group. It's insane. Tsubasa, like, once again, I said this in yesterday's stream too. Tsubasa is like, if you take all the usefulness Kazuichi has with his mechanic stuff and then just put it into a better character. Like, that's literally all Tsubasa is.
My heart beat faster. I can't wait to get started. Uh-oh. I'm rambling on about my niche interests again.
Autism be like.
Sorry for making you listen to that.
Ideal boyfriend, oh boy.
Takumi, do you have a girlfriend? Sorry.
I see why you're on the romance route too,
weird.
now.
It's just
And also why we end up with you in
advice
killing game route.
on how to get a boyfriend. Some of my friends have started dating guys lately.
Guessing
It never
back
seemed
in
like
your
something
close
I'd wanna
memory.
do, but now I do feel a little envious of them when they talk about it. Being in love sounds like so much fun. The thing is, I don't think I could ever have a relationship with someone my own age.
Are you
I wear
sure,
clothes that I
Witsukumi?
can move around in comfortably, but boys are always giving me lewd looks.
Ooh.
Then they approach me, thinking
Fair
I'm
enough.
easy because of the way I dress. So, I definitely go for someone older. Someone who sees beyond that kind of stuff.
Well, not necessarily older, but at least more mature, I'm assuming you mean.
Oh, and he has to understand machinery. Or better yet, someone who can tinker with machines with me.
Go to college and do engineering. You'll probably find someone.
Someone like that. If you
Go
know
to college, take an engineering course. You might be able, you'll find a bunch of people there.
someone like that, though, I guess I can settle for you. Nah, just kidding.
Looks at the killing game route and romance route. Alright, unacceptable. God, we still got like at least one more.
Still can't believe it.
God, I don't know who the fuck we're missing after Tsubasa, dude. Like, a lot of the time, I'm like, oh yeah, that character. God, what is the order we're going? Are we going in alphabetical order? Yeah, we have to be going in alphabetical order. That's the only thing I can think of from, like, first name, right? Yeah, that's the order we're going in. Who has a name after Oyugamu?
All of my memories were fake. My family.
We're just ending it on people have done before.
Workshop, of my friends. I won't believe that none of them are real. Maybe they're all actually still there, in the Tokyo residential complex.
Is she about to
I
vomit
hope
again?
so,
Nope.
Anyway. I
God, poor
really
Tsubasa.
hope so.
Don't end it on that. Please don't end it on this. Okay.
I'm sorry. You're being concerned about me, and all I'm doing is moping.
I feel like that's
I'm
pretty
still
justified. You have the
struggling
whole
to sort
world
out my
flipped upside
feelings.
down.
But sitting around and being gloomy won't solve anything. Thanks for coming to talk to me, Takumi. I feel a little better now.
That was kind of sweet. I heard a little bit of an audio clip there. Alright, finally Yugama, the last one. The Omakages. I'm pretty sure we've done this one before.
I told you before.
I
that
do
I
love
come
the
from a family
LEDs in
of
his room.
assassins. My parents, 2 older brothers, myself, and my younger sister were all professionals. Our house is fairly normal looking on the outside.
The Zoldyx from Hunter x Hunter. I'm pretty sure I made that bit before.
Training halls, weapon stores, body modification labs.
Man, you and the zombie have something in common, huh?
My old man's a legendary assassin. He uses a code name in the underworld and goes by a fake name in the real world.
Like, okay, shit like this makes me wonder if these characters can be more interconnected with even their fabricated backstories, because Ima also kind of works in the underground.
And I know what his real name
Oh well.
is. In fact, I barely remember what his voice sounds like. He's timid by nature and never allows anyone to stand behind him, not even family. Being timid.
I'm getting massive, what the fuck was he called from To Be Hero X? The guy who ended up becoming mute because everyone... Because, like, how the power system works there is, like, the more the general public believes in you and how they believe in you, that's what basically gives you your superpower. Like, for example, there was a guy who was named Stand, I believe it was, or at least in the Eastern version, Western version, it was that. It was probably something else, but I don't remember. Who basically was completely indestructible, because that's what people, you know, believed him to be, you know, after he saved a girl from a fire and holding up a statue, and, you know, gained kind of super strength from that. But it also meant that he can no longer sit down or bend his knees at all. So he was cursed to forever stand, thanks to everyone else.
Indispensable for detecting enemy traps and finding a way out of tough spots. Or so I've heard.
So, yeah, what I mean is, like, the assassin guy, I think he's able to move super fast and is good with knives and stuff, because that's what people believe him to be, but because he was always silent before, it ended up taking away his voice, and now he's no longer able to talk to people, and it's harder for him to, like... It is harder for him to communicate with people that way, and, like, I guess, due to that, it also made it harder for him to empathize with people more. Surprised that he actually got a wife and had a kid, too.
I bet you're wondering.
I mean, they divorced, but still.
So much private stuff about my killer family with you, right? Don't worry. Since I already told you, I'll have to kill you myself one day. Good talk.
I forgot that's how it ended.
Let's do this again sometime.
I forgot that's how that one ended. Family introductions.
Each member of my family has a favorite MO and murder instrument.
Right, okay, yeah.
Father's a sniper.
I remember this fucking bullshit. I remember this fucking bullshit from, like... Was it Comedy Route or No, it was Comedy. Comedy Route, where we had that stupid quiz shit. Or was it Casual? I don't even fucking know. One of those two. They blur together. I gotta fucking go back into the scenarios and, like, sort them out. But, like, the pop quiz bullshit where you'd only know the answers if you did the Bond events and you feel like shit afterwards for not knowing the cast.
My brother uses martial arts. My oldest brother uses poisonous blowing darts. They're faster than bullets in his hands, and he uses them to achieve different goals. My second brother's a bomber. He has a ton of explosives at his disposal.
Yeah?
Remote detonation, point blank.
Do they call those people bombers, really?
My sister takes after our mom with one difference. She's got superhuman strength. People let their guards down because she's just a kid, and then she kills them before they know what's happening. You can imagine how intense things get when we
Oh god, yeah.
squabble. I'm not privy to the details, but I heard Mom and Dad's first meeting was particularly volatile.
You know, I would like to see a Merryweather comic style fucking family, like sitcom fucking webcomic of an assassin family like this. That shit would be funny as hell.
I'll introduce
Actually,
you to them one day. If we make it back alive, that is.
I say Merryweather Comics because of like Stalker X Stalker and all the fucking other bullshit comic ideas they come up with that I do kind of enjoy. Doubts.
I think you've heard enough about my family. Here's something about me. As boring as it may be, you could say I'm the black sheep of the family.
I mean, you do got the black
darn good assassin,
kimono.
if I do say so myself. But my family, they're outright
Right.
killing machines.
I feel like you're more empathetic, right?
Modify my body in order to better harness my potential.
Yeah, you and Nozomi have something in common, huh?
Skills, but that was never the issue. The issue was my heart. Deep down,
Right, you do killing for passion, right?
Wasn't for me. If I had to kill someone, I wanted it to be someone I chose in my own time,
Less assassin, more
way.
kind of
That's why
serial
I never got
killer.
any better at my job. How could I, when I was doing it so reluctantly? I'm going to quit someday. I'll have to tell my family about this decision too, but not today, and not anytime soon. I can't even imagine.
Thank God. Thank God your family isn't real, right?
Can you come with me to help convince them?
Dude, you're gonna get me
Promise you'll
killed.
Get home safe afterwards, in pieces, if need be.
Oh boy. Salvation, or was that? I think it was Salvation.
I've killed plenty of people as an assassin, albeit reluctantly. I'm pretty good at compartmentalizing, so there aren't many targets that left an impression on me. But I do remember one particularly bizarre job. My target was staying in a heavily guarded VIP hospital room.
Right.
When I finally managed to sneak in, I saw a very young girl in bed there. She was the daughter of a rich family, but she had a chronic, debilitating illness. Her parents had been subjecting her to all kinds of treatments.
Oh right, did she hire you? Because that gives me Killer 7 vibes. Was it Killer 7? Something 7. What the fuck? Scissor 7. Scissor 7 vibes.
Unable to bear with the pain any longer, she decided to put an end to it all. So she used her own savings to pay me to kill her. I fulfilled her request in the swiftest and most painless way possible. That was when I first realized that there could be mercy in murder. So if you ever want a merciful death for yourself, you know who to call.
Promise with someone important. Right, like he has someone
I'd like
important
to
back,
tell you
right?
About someone dear to me that I want to kill. A while back, I bumped into a fellow assassin. We'd somehow ended up with the same target. It's the unspoken rule of the industry that you have to fight to the death when that happens.
Oh, okay.
I was at the peak of job dissatisfaction at that point, and honestly thought I'd rather just let the other person kill me. To my surprise,
God.
the other assassin was a high school girl around my own age.
Maki?
She was unhappy with the whole assassination thing too, and she wanted me to kill her. Obviously, we didn't kill each other. In fact, we started talking. We
That's
kept
actually
in touch
kind
after
of
that.
interesting.
We weren't family, friends, or lovers, but we had a connection.
That
She
is
tried
interesting.
to kill herself a few times, but her self-preservation instincts always kicked in before she could finish the job.
Ooh.
The choice to die on her own terms had been taken away from her. So
To kill her?
she asked me for a favor. She asked me to kill her and free her from this life of misery. One day, I got word that she was in a coma after sustaining some
And you
major
did that, right?
injuries.
Oh, but
Right
you never had
after
the
that,
chance.
I ended up here.
You never had the
I'll
chance
keep
to.
fighting so
I
can
mean, it
keep
wasn't
my
real, but
promise to
still.
her. Once I get back to the TRC, I'll find her and kill her. Not just because
So,
she asked
merciful
me to,
death.
but also because deep down in my heart,
Okay, probably not the best way to word this, Yugamu.
to take her life. Thanks for listening to my rant. Now you're making me feel like killing you too.
Yugamu's talking to Yugamu is a treat. All right, the last one. Here we go.
It was all a fleeting illusion.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that the girl I promised to kill was never real. But on the other hand, I did hate my previous life.
That
This
is
means I
true.
don't have to kill against my will anymore. In fact, I don't have to kill anyone.
Clearly, he never wanted to kill
can
anyone
be
before.
whatever I want.
I feel like he would
That's not a
find
bad
some
feeling
amount
at
of
all.
relief in that, at least.
Honestly, though, I may still try to kill the mastermind behind all this mess when I get back to the satellite.
Fair
Then
enough.
we can truly live in peace and security. And find the happiness we've been searching for together.
Okay. Yeah, that one's actually kind of fair. Alright, so that's all the Bond events. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Fuck, I need to bring it back. Hold on, let me run it back. Shit. Shit, fuck, poop turds. Okay. God, I feel like I'm gonna need a moment to properly rank them. Let me get some water real quick. So all this information I'm gonna probably reiterate next stream. Next week when we do the tier list. But for now, let me pull these back up real quick. There it is. All right. So if I were to rank them based off of like my gut instinct right now, I'm going to try to separate it from the rest of their character. I thought Kiyoshika's was probably my least favorite because it's the most boring and I felt the least here. This one I felt the least amount because like it's kind of a flat arc. Kiyoshika is kind of a simple character to understand. Likable character, yes, but like pretty simple character to understand in my opinion. So like her bonding events just feel like, yeah, no shit, kind of reiterating shit we already knew. With Moko only being slightly above her in my opinion because a lot of it is kind of similar, gives me a lot of similar philosophy to Kiyoshika as well. I mean, I guess we did dive a bit more into a fabricated backstory with like her rival, but we don't develop too much on the rival and her idol, Anal Boss. Also Sakura Ogami reference, but also Anal Boss. Just fucking hell. But I feel like the thing that mainly gives her the edge is like, once again, the post-truth realization and how she feels and how she's going to keep fighting on afterwards. And that kind of ranks it a bit higher for me. With Ima would be next, in my opinion, where it's like we do get a lot of his backstory, but like I feel like the thing that holds it back is the fourth event with him obsessing over his sister. But like after that, and also realizing the truth, like the fifth one, and also realizing the truth where he's finally learning to be less codependent on his sister and being less overprotective of her, I think is a generally good arc. But it's just the fourth one is just there and kind of ruins the quality overall. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Kiyoshika is after that, in all honesty. I feel like her first event was very unpleasant, but like after that, it kind of like gave us, like even though it was sometimes a little bit unpleasant, it gave us a lot of context to her character with why she hates betrayal and all that. And then seeing her choosing to like, you know, forsake her name in a way and trying to become a better person on her own terms. And then I guess in a way understanding and humbling herself to know that she doesn't know what common sense is from her perspective. And, you know, asking Takumi for help for that sort of thing, you know, kind of has this element of humbleness that I can appreciate with her character. Started off rough, but it got way better later on. Okay, what else? Honestly, after that, it's Shoma's. Shoma's is mostly held back by his self-deprecation, but seeing him grow is probably the best part of his bonding event. God, Gakko is pretty high up on the list, huh? In my opinion. I feel like after that, it's got to be Yugamu. Because it does, like, you know, build on his character a lot and his backstory a lot and his philosophy in killing. But I also do find, like, you know, I do find the fact that, like, his philosophy on killing is separate from assassinations interesting, as well as, like, how he just, like, you know, departs from, like, the rest of his, like he wants to depart from the rest of his family and was never really into killing in the first place. And the exhilaration he feels when, you know, realizing that past is fake and, like, the freedom he feels in that. Although he kind of falls back a little bit on that with trying to kill the mastermind for this thing, which, hey, fair enough, man. After that, I think I gotta go with Takamaru's, unfortunately. Which Takamaru, it's like, once again, Thug with a heart of gold. It's not bad, it's just a little bit tropey, a little bit. Really? It's not bad. It's like kind of what you honestly expect. I do find the aspect after he learns the truth pretty interesting too, where he's still, like, how he chooses to still fight on. Tsubasa does make me feel bad with her version of it, though. Yeah, Tsubasa would be next. But Tsubasa, I do like how she's just kind of a normal girl, and we don't even cover the puking thing in her backstory, really. In her bonding event, really. Which, you know, that's not a whole thing. We just focus on how she lives her life, you know? And how she's different from other girls, being into mechanics and all that. And how much she loves, like, you know, being a mechanic, that sort of thing, which is not that bad. Actually, you know what? Maybe not Tsubasa. Tsubasa is above Kako, in my opinion. I do like how a lot of her backstory does connect, and like surprisingly, her like connect to one and the other. Like how her character trait of like her being able to see the future, her clairvoyancy, connects to her being a detective, and how that connects back to her family. Like I like how it all interconnects, and it feels fairly seamless, really. And then, like, you know, when she realizes the truth and realizes all of it was a lie, she finds purpose in, like, you know, loving everyone who was essentially, like, her friends and family, which is neat. Then after that is Tsubasa, in my opinion. After that, okay, I gotta admit, Ito is kind of, it's kind of repeating the same thing over and over and over again a little bit, but it is interesting to see, even through this, little bits of him wanting to bond with other people. After that, I think I gotta say Dorumi. Okay, no wait. You know what? Can I move Dorumi? I feel like Dorumi might be heavily biased because I am connecting it to her character a little bit from Retsunam. But even disconnected from Retsunam, when you get the first impression of her character, you think she's just gonna be dang up a fangirl the whole time. But she actually has a lot of character and depth to her, even in the bonding events itself, with her like having like kind of like these like a deadbeat dad and a deadbeat mom, deadbeat parents really, and having to like earn her own living at like a shady place, and like how she's not able to connect to her peers due to her niche interests and the way she dresses and all that, and yet she just wants to have fun and like, you know, be happy and still connect to other people. And when she does that with Takumi, she wants to keep on living, you know, despite of her like, you know, I guess her own like self-deprecation and like, you know, suicidal tendencies that her character clearly portrays sometimes, you know. After that, I'd have to say, oh god, this is so hard for me to say, actually. It's kind of hard for me. Okay, Hiroko is pretty interesting to learn, and I like how she foils Takumi in a lot of ways, as I mentioned before, with her hating her normal life and her seeing the war as a way to like have this like challenge in her life that's like something that's irregular and that's fun to her because everything was like so normal, everything kind of went her own way. And like, you know, once again, she wants to become a doctor for that challenge, and she wants to have her own freedom and autonomy, even separated from her parents, which we see her do or hear her do before. And how she still continues to fight on together with everyone, even when she learns that backstory is fake. God, it's so tough for me to rank these right now like this. I do like Ava's a lot too, because it does like because it makes me feel disgusting, and I think that's the point of it. But also how she kind of breaks through, thinking back of her backstory, and we do get hints of her character, and like how she's paying the kindness for that her relative showed her before, that took her in after her parents died, to Commune, which is another like niece she has. And like the heartbreak and bittersweetness that she has, like the crying sprite we see with her. I forgot to say Gaku. Gaku is below Ava and below Hiroko, below below Kako. Sorry. As much I think I am connecting it to his character a little bit, but like he is genuinely a sweet guy, and I do wish we get more of that from him. But yeah, anyways, with Ava, it does show like the disgustingness of humanity, and I think that's the point, while still showing that she's still somewhere deep inside with the tearfulness she has after remembering Commune, and then, you know, unfortunately falling back into the mind control. After that, I do like Nozomi with like, how she also feels kind of like this normal girl, or like she never got to live a normal life and she just wants to live a normal life, unfortunately, and the bittersweetness that comes with like being a human experiment for your mother in order to save humanity, and this responsibility that really should not be hers on her shoulder. And like how she basically pleads for Takumi in a way to like not toss away his memories of Karuwa, because even though they're not real, the feelings that it made him feel were, and validates that. And also I do love it's kind of fun how all the parallels that the bonding event has to like the flashbacks Takumi has of Karuwa as well, and which is a neat connection, especially if you know second scenario. Shion is my favorite because like it's like there's this almost bittersweetness and like, I don't want to say pity to him, but like it's so sad. It's so sad to see him not being able to live this normal life, but also kind of like heartwarming to see how he's able to like still bond with everyone despite of like his power and what his purpose is in this war and what he was meant to do and what humanity boiled him down into. And in a way also kind of recontextualizes Sirei a little bit and humanity a lot. Because once again, Sirei does care about Shion, giving him a name, all those photos in his databank, all that sort of things. Even like, once again, still vouching in SF route for the SDU with saying, no, we don't want the like last ditch effort, like suicide bomb in the school. We don't want that, which is interesting. I mean, I am taking stuff outside the Bond event. Shit. But once again, Shion shows a little bit of humanity in him that like Shion's existence shows like the humanity in him that Sirei has. Sorry. I think my brain's a little fried here a little bit. Let me take this off. It's really hot in here. Anyways, that is the Bond event stream. Oh god, I'm all out of water too. All right, I think I'm just gonna do my stream outros. I'm not gonna, overdo this because I do have a party to get to. But yeah, thank you, Joshua. I swear to you guys, next week will be better. Today was just a bit of a rough day for me. But yeah, next week's stream schedule, I got to work on that poll too. I'm gonna try to release that poll tonight, if not tomorrow. But I'm basically gonna add Class of '09, the puzzle game, to it to see if anyone is still interested in Class of '09 on the channel. If not, then I'll probably replace it with something else, like what was it called again? Jackpot Crash Course. Right. I gotta add that to the wish list. Also add that to the library. Just add it to the library for now. I gotta try out. I'll probably add that one after, and then Amori after to the list. In all honesty. But yeah, this upcoming week right now, other than the poll, I'm gonna try to release tonight. This upcoming Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to be doing episodes 5 to 7 of The Amazing Digital Circus. On Friday, we'll be doing Zenless Zone Zero. The new update should be out by then. I think it's coming out Wednesday, actually, so we'll be doing Zenless Zone Zero that Friday. And then this upcoming Saturday, we'll be doing Danganronpa 2 with Bray. We're going to be finishing off Chapter 4, and then we'll be doing the Monami thing. And then next Sunday, we're finally finishing off the 100 line at 2 p.m. Pacific time with the tier list. I'll just focus on that week for now. Let me see if anyone's streaming 100 line. I forgot I got prepared a raid as well. All right, let's rate someone new. Also, right now on my goals, I'm on my Twitch goal and YouTube subscriber goal. I'm still trying to hit 50 followers on Twitch and 500 subscribers on YouTube. Once we hit that goal, I'm going to host a stream event where we all play either Among Us, Carnage, or Goose Goose Duck together, or even like Deadly Trick or any game similar to that. We'll be playing that together. That'll be a gaming community event and, Q&A / stream event, that sort of thing. Just something we can all do to have fun together, basically. and interact with each other. If you guys have any other games like, you know, similar to that, I could probably add to a poll for that sort of thing to see which one you guys want. Let me know. Just let me know in the Discord, which is in the description down below on my channel page. We'll also be using the Discord for voice chat for that, so we can talk to each other too, by the way. So go ahead and join the Discord. We got a lot of fun stuff on there. Didn't I say a few streams ago I wasn't gonna touch the new, you know, the Class of 09 game due to reasons? Yeah, but like I know, but my curiosity won out. Like always, my curiosity wins out. If you guys are interested in it, I don't mind streaming it. If it's gonna be like a one-shot stream, because like usually Class of 09 takes me one stream to play, so it might take me multiple streams to play because it is a puzzle game, but yeah. I wouldn't mind playing. I wouldn't mind. I don't know. I feel bad despite like fucking Flipside and how that made me feel. But like, I think I'd rather see what the puzzle game has to offer to see what type of gameplay it has and do that on stream rather than just, you know, just drop it completely. Especially if like people on the channel do find it interesting, you know. Kind of another motivator to why I continued watching Tetro, other than my own general curiosity, as well as just wanting to finish off the series and get closure. I also wanted to do it for like, you know, the people who watches my videos and watches my streams too, you know. So I'd be willing to do it if anyone else is interested in it, but like if no one else is interested in it, then I'll drop it. But yeah, am I worried about it being too dark like Flipside was? I'm more worried about it being gross, really. More gross rather than dark. I am worried about that. I would like to see how unhinged it gets. That'd be funny, I guess, and seeing my reaction to it. That would be kind of funny. God, I'm seeing a lot of mixed reviews to it for it too on Steam right now. God, what the fuck is that? I saw a Steam achievement and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Anyways, other than that, not much else I can really add onto that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here with me. Before I end the stream though, fuck me. Whole last stream. Oh, for you, IDK, who just joined, I was looking at the Class of 09 Steam page. And then I saw this achievement right here, where it's just ropes and tits, so now I'm worried. So that's what I was gonna say. The Class of 09 puzzle game, whatever the fuck it's called. Puzzle Showdown, is it actually called that? Yeah, Puzzle Showdown, that is what it's called. But what I was going to say after that is that, dude, I've been streaming this whole time, started this morning, and I still have like an hour and a half left of the fucking translation. And I still got to export it and test it. And if it doesn't fucking work, because I see some failed files, 100+ failed files here, that I just got to pray mean that I just got to pray that it means that the game isn't just going to break when I try to run it. I hope not. Let's pray that the game doesn't break when I try to run it. And I have to restart my whole process on that. Oh. I'm dreading that finishing now. I fucking forgot what I was gonna say. Oh shit. I forgot what I was gonna say. I got so down on myself that I forgot what I was gonna say here. Oh yeah, whole ass stream, 3-hour stream, and also been running this computer for like 10 hours. It's still going. It is a little slow, but it is the free version, and it is translating all the in-game text. I'm just gonna be on my hands and knees and pray that the game works when I do extract it. If not, then I just have to. I knew you were gonna fucking say that. Before I get to what IDK said, I'm just gonna have to either retranslate it or say fuck it and just use the M tool again. Anyways, going back to what IDK said, fuck you. I knew you were gonna say just learn the fucking language. Like it's the simplest thing in the world. Yeah, because learning the whole ass language of like the whole ass Japanese language with like not like all the different like you know symbols and like it has from like the oh my god like the katakana and shit. Like the kanji, the hiragana, and the katakana, right? That's the three. Like those three? Like you want me to fucking learn those three? Like that's fucking insane. There's no dude in my dude. Even if I learn it for the past year, I still think it's still gonna be fucking rough to try and read and like translate in my mind. Just do Duolingo, says IDK. But yeah, other than that, not much else I can really add onto that. I forgot to click the raid here. Thanks for watching, thanks for being here with me, and until then, don't mind me, I'm just some dude on the internet, and I'll see you guys next stream. I'm probably not going to do a clip for this stream, because this stream was kind of, it was a little bit boring. There was not too much clippable here, so I'm not going to bother with that. Just look out for the poll, and look out for my stream schedule update that should be coming out tomorrow. I could just use my autistic powers to learn it. True, but you're forgetting that I also have ADHD. So it depends on what wolf has the wheel. But yeah, see you guys next stream.